You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Yeah, Dr. Dre is in full effect, and I gotta tell y'all a little something. Eazy-E is down with us. MC Ring, you know he's down with us. DJ Yella is down with us. Arabian Prince, you know he's down with us. Tony A the Wizard is down with us. JJ Fag is down with us. Timmy T, you know he's down with us. DJ Pooh Boy is down with us. Toddy B and Spade, they're down with us. My boy Ice Cube, you know he's down with us. I like to mention, so pay attention to where I'm from, Compton, but the tapes are from the Roadium. My name is Dre, listen while I play. And by the way, I'm also down with NWA. Yo, Steve at the Roadium is down with us. Slanging funky tapes, it is a must. We're number one.
Tony A. Tony A. When you're ready, go.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 58. We're almost at 60, so hang on tight. For those that were asking about the CDs, I have 3 bundles left, 3 for $30. So if you want them, DOCUMIXERY.com, go get them. First 3, first come, first serve. We'll have another batch of all of them eventually in about 2 weeks, along with the DOCUMIXERY as well. But speaking about the DOCUMIXERY, you can go to DOCUMIXERY.com and you can live stream it, or should I say stream it, for unlimited streaming. For as a matter of fact, we have a code, a promo code TRMD. You can get 20% off and viewing it. No one has ever complained about the DOCUMIXERY. Some people said it's too short. It was 3 hours, but not one negative comment has anyone ever said. That's why I recommend it. Other than that, the Chicano rap documentary, I get those two mixed up. GoFundMe page, we're almost at 6,000. Today is 2 weeks that we started the page, so I'm encouraging everyone to participate if you want to. We're hoping to meet this $15,000 budget so that we can get going and get started on this documentary. Those that have donated 50 and up, please respond to the email that you've gotten so that we can email you the incentives that we said we were going to do, because we cannot place the incentives on the actual GoFundMe page. So other than that, there was one more thing, Johnny. Subscribe. You'll see on the screen right now how to subscribe. A lot of people, especially on Facebook, hit me up and say, how do I subscribe to your page? Well, just go to subscribe, press it. There's no button. After you hit subscribe, you hit the little bell and you'll get notified when we upload future content or when we go live. So, but we'll give you more information on that during the breaks. But without further ado, please allow me to introduce one of my special guests today, OG Magoo.
What up, man?
Thank you, man.
Tony. Thanks for having me, brother.
Yes, well, you know what? It's a pleasure to have you. I know we talked a while back, and we're finally here.
Yeah, finally, man. Thanks for having me, like I said.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to ask you, because yesterday they announced on TV, what were your thoughts? They said that they were going to extend the lockdown for another 3 months.
That, man, I'm all for it, but man, it's holding back. A lot of businesses are going to be shutting down. You know, we're going to go into a bad stage pretty soon. Yeah, we're going to get into a bad stage of, you know, if we don't open up soon, you know. But
right.
I'm running with it, you know, because I do have a family. You know, I'm trying to keep everybody safe. I'm running with that. But, you know, I think that, we're heading for a little something, man. A surprise if we don't, you know, open up soon, definitely.
Yeah. No, you know, it's funny because I usually tell all my guests, the only thing that I miss is the gym. Because that's like my therapy. I love going to the gym. You know, I love the cardio, the weightlifting, the sauna, all that stuff. But they closed it. I don't know if they're going to be reopening it. So I've been doing everything at the park lately. But other than that, I know it's Wednesday, but how was the weekend?
Weekend was beautiful, man. It was Mother's Day weekend. At the same time, it was my birthday. So, you know, it's always a beautiful thing to, you know, live another year, you know, be blessed with that. But yeah, I had a good weekend, man. I was went a cruise out to the cemetery to visit family, and hung out and barbecued at the pad with the family as well. Just us four, you know.
Okay.
Me, my wife, and my 2 kids.
What's one thing that you cannot do or you cannot watch that you miss since this whole pandemic thing jumped off? Or,
watch?
Yes. Or or to do. For an example,
Right.
I like sports.
Right.
You know, is there a specific sport or that you watch the most, whether it be basketball, football, baseball, or whatnot?
Well, I've been out of the box with the sports, but of course I do miss, basketball and baseball. You know, I'm a Los Angeles fan. You know, I root for my city. You know,
Yeah.
that's what I'm rooting for all the time. You know.
So you got a football team?
I don't have a football team, man, but I'm with Los Angeles for sure. I'm a Los Angeles fan all the way. So when we're with the Rams, I'm with the Rams. Shit.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm gonna roll.
That'll work. Now, I want to do something a little bit different.
Right.
I kind of want to open up just the floor and allow you to speak. And for people that are tuned in who may not know
Right.
exactly who you are, maybe you could share a little bit about yourself. And then from there, if I hear something, I'll ask you and then we'll elaborate from there. So,
Okay. Well, I'm a Los Angeles native, born and raised here in Los Angeles, California. I don't want to give my age out. I'm still young, but let's say I've been here most all my life.
yeah.
I'm an artist, LA, big, I guess you want to say, a known airbrush artist in Los Angeles. You know, I started off, with my graffiti and tagging and, it just led off to different things. I picked up a tool and started, putting in money with it. You know what I'm saying? I picked up that airbrush and, that's what, opened my eyes to, like, the whole scene of the airbrush. I was doing, sports banners for teams and soccer teams and T-shirts at the swamp meet, and it opened my eyes to money, and almost like crack money to me. You know what I mean? So,
Right. What
I
high
kept
school did
pushing.
you attend out here in LA?
I went to Huntington Park High School.
Okay.
I went there for a while, and then I went to Fremont High School,
Okay.
which was in South Central and Huntington Park.
Okay.
Them are two of the main ones.
Any sports?
Sports, I played Little League. That's probably about it, in Roosevelt Park,
Okay.
South Central, for
That'll
probably a year or so, but that's about it. I never played any sports after that.
Let me ask you an interesting question.
Yes, sir.
I know right there by USC, there's a Natural History Museum. Do you ever go to the museum there?
I've never made it there, no. I heard about it, but I'm looking forward to doing that.
Okay, you need
So,
to go, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Right.
I did a lot of traveling, especially in the U.S., and every time I landed somewhere and we had time to kill,
Right.
I don't know why I'd look up a museum, so I'd go. And I finally realized that I would visit other places, but never really visited here.
Right.
So now, even at my age, I take trips by myself. I have a membership to the Natural History Museum, and I love going there, man.
Just go in there and just trip out and
You-
everything,
you-
or what?
you'll love it.
What's in there? Sports or what is it?
No, it's actually dinosaurs,
Oh, different types of
bears,
stuff.
like all kinds of stuff.
Right.
A lot of stuff like this, from
everything.
Peru to Mayan, everything.
Nice.
And that actually helped me venture out and reading other things, because it's educational.
Right.
But they have the Science Center there as well. And
Okay,
since
check
we're
it
in
out.
LA, I just figured, why not? So
Why not?
please
Everyone
check it
else
out.
comes over here probably to visit, you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
might as well do it ourselves.
Exactly.
I agree with you on that.
So about what age would you say you started airbrushing or tagging? What did you start
Tagging,
first?
I found well, my dad still lives in the same house since I was born, so I was over there visit the other day, and I seen me strike up on the porch with like a piece of chalk or maybe a crayon or something. It said 1978, so that means I was about 8 years old.
Wow.
And it's still there to this day. So it said, Magoo with the two O's with the I's, and I was just being creative at the time.
Wow.
And I was 8 years old, and it's still there to this day.
1978?
Yes, sir.
You just gave away your age, man.
Well, you guys want to do the math? Go ahead. You know what I mean? But it's,
I was born in 68.
Okay.
So, yeah. But that's good. So that's how that started, tagging. Now, did you pursue that as far as like, let me just go hit up the fucking, the table on detention, or let me go hit up the bathroom? I mean,
It
how
was
did that
just-
evolve?
at the time, in those days, we didn't have any, gadgets. We didn't have anything to carry around. My tool was a marker or a chalk or a crayon, whatever I could, carry in my pocket.
Right.
It was like a bad habit, you know what I mean? I would like
Okay.
to write on everything. I don't know, just something I did, and
Right.
it led on to a lot of different things. It led on to good things and bad things, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
So I say 8 years old, 9, 10, all them years. I just from that day on, I just always wrote on everything. It was just something that I liked to do. I had a passion for it, creating letters and being creative, see what I can do. I always copied my mom's and dad's work. My dad was a calligraphy, and my mom was an artist. So
Wow.
that's what we had in the house. My mom would be drawing, on the table. She'll be drawing pictures, and we'll sit around there with her and draw. And my dad always, was bloqueando on record albums or everything. I just to look at everything, and that's all we had was a paper and pencil back then. And we were lucky we had a Sharpie or some crayons or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome to hear that
Yeah.
about your mom as well, because my dad, he was more on the artistic side where he loved movies. I was just a kid. I think I posted up a picture of me when I was a baby. It was like 1968. I was 1 year old.
Right.
We were living in Compton at the time, and we came to right here, Banning Park in Wilmington. He used to
Right.
always bring us here. Why, I don't know. But he had a camcorder back then.
Camcorder.
And back then you had to put it on the actual
Reels?
film projector.
Right.
And that's how he used to show us when we were once kids. And he's the one that introduced me to records, showed us what vinyl were when we used to play them on 78 speed.
Right. I remember that.
And he was also an artist. So a lot of my brothers, I have 5 brothers, 4 sisters. A lot of my brothers were artists.
Right.
My mom, on the other hand, was more of she sold dresses to sell it to swap meets.
Right.
So to hear that your dad and your mom did that.
That was part of our everyday curricular, like in the house activities, draw, in our free time. And I had fun doing it. It was like, I looked forward to that every time, Me and my mom drew on the table together. I always looked forward to it.
Okay.
And I would collect my markers in time, pencils, pens, whatever I can, just so I could get down right there with her on the table.
Okay. Did you ever, how would you say, were you just more of a tagger of a name, or did you actually draw?
I used to draw pictures, man. I used to love drawing. My dad always had, Chevys, bombs, and, my mom. They were pretty heavy there, you know what I mean? And lowrider scenes and stuff like that. So I would draw what I would see. And I used to like to draw cars. That was one of my things.
Right.
And of course, writing the calligraphy of my dad. I used to trip out on the old letters that they used to do back then. And I always studied them. And my dad would tell me, as long as you can write straight line, you can do everything. So I used to practice doing straight lines all the time. So he would tell me, draw a box. I would draw a box. And everything would be boxed in, so I started doing straight lines. He said, once you do all that, you'll be able to do whatever you want. Start learning your straight lines. So
Okay.
they would show me, and I would practice and practice till I got it right. Every letter had to be, in a square pretty much. You know what I mean? Everything would be even. So once I got that, I let loose. After that, I already had it down packed.
So you never went to school to learn how to draw?
I went to some school later back in the down in my years when I took it more serious, and I seen there was money to be made. Yeah, I went to take some classes.
Okay. Okay.
But now back in the days, I had it in high school.
Okay. Now, growing up in LA, did you ever start spray canning on the walls and everything?
All the time, man. Everybody that knows me knows I spray can everywhere. That was part of me. That was part of the hustle. Once I picked up a spray can, there was no stopping. You know what I'm saying?
You never ran into Chaka?
Chaka, we knew about each other. I was, doing my thing. He was doing his thing at the same time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You want to take me back to the 80s. In the 80s, that's when it, really hit. The tagging, the buses, the RTDs. I went as far as making a own bus stop in front of my house. You know what I'm saying? That's
really?
how bad I was. That's how sick it was. It was addicting. Yeah. So we grew up in a corner house, and there was no fence there or anything. It had some hedges that we can hide in. You know what I mean? But it was a corner. I went down the street and broke off the bus sign, the RTD. I don't know, it was the 111 at the time, Florence and Holmes area.
Yeah.
Broke it, stuck it in a parking sign, stuck it and taped it. Got a spray can, painted the fucking bus, the curve red or something, so the bus would fall for it every time, dude. They would pull up, the bus would pull in front of my house. My parents didn't know what I was doing. I would hide in the bushes there, and I would run out as soon as the bus pulled over, and I would, tag up the whole freaking bus and then run back and hide in the bushes. They didn't know. So that's how bad it, Chaka and, all them were doing the same thing back then. But yeah, it was addicting. It was addicting back then.
Back then we didn't have internet, so all we had was newspaper.
Exactly.
And that's how I had first heard of that dude, Chaka.
Right.
But I never seen a picture of him, so to this day I don't even know what that dude even looks like.
Yeah, he's around. He's doing things right now still. He's still out there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But I think what made those days better, at least for me, is that if you hit something up, you had to see it. Okay, today you hit it up, you videotape it, you upload it, and it's viral.
All over the world. Exactly.
Yeah, it's viral.
Yeah,
so.
Back then, a lot of guys still hit me up to this day from the 80s, and they're like, you're Magoo from Alameda and Florence. You're the guy that used to ride all around there. You know what I mean? I was like, that's me. And we make connections like that on internet now. You know what I mean? I get inbox all the time. Are you Magoo from South LA? That's me, man.
Dope.
So
now, growing up in LA, did you ever run into, if you will, the gang element thing? Did you ever get involved in that? Well, was that ever really a part of your life?
I would want to say that was a big part of my life. You know what I mean? The gang life and you know, dope dealing and all that. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
started early in my life, just because it was in the family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uncle's father was a grandfather, Pachuco. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was the whole. You know, my family was pretty in the neighborhood. You know, known there. So.
Okay. Okay. Well, when I had gotten involved into that, I was a nickel and dimer. I was like curb serving 20s,
Right.
just to buy records.
Right.
You know, I needed to buy a mixer because I was a
do what
DJ.
you had to do. Yeah.
And I did what I had to do. I mean, I'm not proud of it, but that's pretty
Right,
much what I
exactly.
did. But other than that, so at what age would you say you discovered the airbrush?
The airbrush I discovered in high school at Huntington Park High.
Okay.
I was kicked out of Edison middle school, and they sent me from middle school for tagging. I got kicked out. They sent me to high school right away. I was a ninth grader, and they had ninth grade at Huntington Park. So I knew one person there that had airbrush or calligraphy. He was a good friend of my aunt's. He was a little older than me, maybe 3 years older, 2 years older than me, and he used to do these cool airbrush designs, and my aunt would have them in her room, and I would always like, you know, I was already into the art and shit, you know, so I would look at him and I'd be like, man, I like that. And he used to go visit, and so when I went to Huntington Park, he had a class there. He pulled me in that class. It was airbrushing with Mr. Nakamatsu or something like that, and had me an airbrush, and we would do all kinds of, you know, creative, you know, stuff with it. And that was my first time using an airbrush. So in high school, I want to say I was 16, maybe, and that's where I picked up my first airbrush.
Did it come easy to you?
Hell no, that didn't come easy to me. It's almost like driving stick. Airbrush is it's another beast. You know, it's not like a lot of people, and a lot of people walk up to me and be like, "That's easy. I'm a graffiti artist." I give them the airbrush. Go ahead, man. You know what I mean? Let's
Right.
do your thing.
Right.
You know, they hold it backwards. They don't know. It's all in the trigger, distance, pressures. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not something you just spray and write a name. You know, you got to know. You can write like a hair thin line, and you can write like a big line. So you got to know how to, you know, run that machine.
Did you ever look into how or why or who invented the airbrush?
Airbrush was invented in the 1800s. Yeah, by
Really?
Pache. I want to say Pache was the first one in late 1800s. So it's been around since then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did they use? I mean, I'm asking because I'm clueless to
Right.
airbrushing, even though I knew like my friend Marcus Flair one. I don't know if you know him, or it's a cartoon, obviously.
Right.
A lot of those guys started at the swamp meets airbrushing shirts.
Right.
So.
That's kind of like how I started as well. What's the question again?
No, as far as I wonder why was it invented? What did they used to use it on?
Man, I want to say that I don't know what they were using, but to create art, of course, you know,
Yes.
and spray things, you know, little items like, say, the microphone, you know, they would, you know, do stuff like that, little
Okay.
things, little small things that you can't really,
Uh-huh.
but it was a tool for like a craftsmanship, I want to say,
Okay.
a part of a tool like that.
And is there different types of companies that make airbrushes?
Yeah, you got your Hondas and you got your Mercedes in airbrush, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I use Iwata, you know, shout out to Iwata out there. I use Iwata, the BCSs, they're like the top notch. Never clog up, never give me any problems. I mean, I could use them for months with no problem.
Okay.
You know, you got your Hondas, or, you know, you use them, they get stuck the same day and you just give up on it. So I definitely recommend get top notch shit if you really want to pick up a tool. Iwata, I definitely recommend that tool. You know, you don't have no problems. You won't get mad at yourself when it's getting stuck or anything. You're just gonna keep going with your airbrushing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Keep going with your art. It doesn't stall you. You know, you just stay working.
Okay. And at what point did you start making money, and where was this at? You had mentioned the swamp meet. So can you fill us in a little bit? about
The first time I started making money with the airbrush was when I moved out of South Central, and
Okay.
that was in, I want to say, 1999. I
Okay.
moved out to Azusa, California, and where my wife was originally from the Valley. She moved into South Central. She didn't want to put up my shit, so she left.
Okay.
And I followed her to Azusa, California, which was far from South Central to me
Yeah.
at the time. You know what I mean? So I went out there. She was pregnant with my kid, my first kid, Ricky. I said, you know what, I got to change my life. Went out there, and I didn't have a job or anything. You know what I'm saying? I had art. I knew I had the skill. And one of my boys ran a tattoo shop out there in Azusa. And I said, man, that's the only guy I could reach out to right now. I got a kid coming, you know what I mean? I got to make some money. So I
Yeah.
reached out to him, and I was like, hey, what about You give me a job in your tattoo shop. He was happy to hear that I was living in the city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, what happened? You give me a job at your tattoo shop, sweeping or something. I kind of learned, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about? He goes, come down. I'm gonna show you how to use the airbrush. He knew I knew how to airbrush because we grew up in the same city, and I used to do. I want to say, remember the flyers, the homemade flyers back when the parties would. I would do all the flyers in the neighborhood for the people, so they knew I had skills. I would do the graffiti on the wall, so he knew I had a skill. You know what I'm saying? He goes, you got art skills. I'm gonna show you how to use the airbrush. So he took me down to his shop. I went to the shop, showed up. He gave me an airbrush, and he told me this is what we're gonna do. And we went out to the parks, little leagues, soccer leagues. We were handing out flyers to do their banners.
Okay.
You know, he goes, go to this park. We'll take 25, 30 flyers to this park. Go talk to the president. Put them in the team packages. It was a flyer of sports banners and helmets, airbrush and shit. But I didn't really know too much about it, but he did. He just told me go out there and give it to the packages. And next thing you know, they were showing up at our we had a location, Arcadia, a storefront, and people were showing up, man. They were showing up for banners. They were showing up. We were having 25 teams. 25 kids per team. So each kid would need like a helmet, airbrush. We're selling for about $50 a pop. So we had, all the leagues around the area coming to us. So I seen money. Okay. And I learned. Okay. I already had the passion for spraying, which the noise, just the spray alone, was driving me. That's what drove me. I'd like to, spray, and that's what drove me. Then I have an airbrush, and I could do this all day long and make money. I was all for it. You know what I'm saying?
At that point, were you comfortable in your skill, man? Like, or did you feel like I got to get a little bit better, or did you feel like I'm there?
I wasn't there yet. No, I wasn't. I knew how to do lines and paint straight lines and stuff with the airbrush. It was. My buddy was showing me all the shortcuts to do it, you know what I mean? We weren't sitting there, creating all, everything was uniform pretty much. If it was a team, the Cubs, we already had the designs ready to put on. And it was pretty simple stuff to me. Okay. Nothing major, you know what I mean? Just as long as you know how to operate an airbrush, it was on. Okay.
Now I'm going to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Why not just, you know what, babe, I'm just going to go get a job?
I did that. I was a crane operator for almost 15, 20 years.
Really?
I was a steel worker, yeah. I worked, ran out supervising positions. I did everything you could imagine.
Wow.
And I always had the airbrush in me, though. I always had the art. And I was a supervisor at a steel company, Douglas Steel, rest in peace, a good man. I was a supervisor there, crane operator, unloading, big beams and everything else, you know what I mean? Wearing steel toe boots for years, hard hats for years. And I used to draw on the freaking calendars every time, on the desk. I'd be drawing and, scribbling on the calendar. And he would come in and do the books like once a week. He had a couple of places.
Right.
And he's like, why are you always drawing on my goddamn calendars? He goes, you got a skill. You should really do something with this art. Because I would draw faces, the calendar. Right, I would just sketch you like, you're so talented, you know what I mean? Like, you should take this to another level. So I soaked it, I soaked it up from him. And, I didn't really go full throttle with it. I still was happy being a crane operator. I was making decent money. I had my car, I had my family, I was making decent money. And my grandfather's the one that got me into steel company. He was a steel worker. My dad was a steel worker. So it was like a family. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It was hand on to me. And I was good.
It was obvious that when people saw your work, they knew that there was talent there.
Yeah.
This just wasn't a mediocre drawing.
Right.
Right.
They were like stick. And it was a Jewish guy that was telling me this. This millionaire telling me this. You know what I'm saying? Like, John, you really should do something with your art. Right. You ever thought about going to school? He would tell me, and we were good friends. He was a really good friend of mine as well.
Right.
He was the first one that told me that. Then when I really took it serious, it was another man that told me that as well. He ordered some artwork for me, and I was able to make money from a guy that had money. He told me, this is when Obama and the 911 thing happened, or Osama bin Laden and shit that happened. He had me do some stupid Osama shirts or whatever, and bin Laden shirts or whatever, and he paid me for them. And he paid me top dollar, and I was like, wow, I can make money off of this. And that's when I opened my eyes as well to, I can make money off of doing t-shirts, I can make money off doing banners, I can make money off of doing murals, like everything. I was making money off everything. Right. So not top dollars, but I was still making enough money, more money than what I was started to make at my steel company.
Right. Well, I encourage people to look into you. I know your Instagram's been popping up so that they can see your artwork and they can see your talent, your gift. Because there's been two people, at least so far in my life, that I've seen their art and I was just like in awe.
Right.
One of the first times, I got to meet Cartoon first when we were in our He used to sell it at the Roadium Swami, so when I
Right.
would go, he would go buy my mixtapes and stuff. And he was just maybe about 19 or 18, so, and I would see him draw sometimes with a pen.
Right.
And one thing about him, I never saw him erase, you know? And I was like,
Sketching all the way through.
yeah. And the next person was one of my oldest brothers. He could have had a future, I believe, in art, but he chose to work for Gillette corporate office.
Right.
And but he was the type of artist that he would draw, and then when he would show you, you would be like, wow. It was
Right.
that type of, that wow moment. Yes.
Amazing, yeah.
And then, of course, I have other friends that I see their art, and I'm like,
Yeah.
But from what you're talking about, obviously people saw and recognized
Right.
your skill.
Yeah.
So
The tattoo guy from going there, moving to Azusa, he brought me in. He told me, you got skills, bro. You need to put them skills to work. My mom would always, teachers, what I'm saying, the airbrush teacher. I was one of his favorite students, you know what I mean? It was nothing major, but I had the skill for, the lines, the handwriting. Mainly my strength is in handwriting.
Okay.
You know what I mean? People want me to do, if they're gonna get a tattoo, hey Magoo, can you write my name right here for me? And then I'm gonna get this tatted. So a lot of people have my art tatted on them. The styles. That's how I used to make my money too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would do designs for them, and they would get it tatted because not every tattoo artist can draw. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
Or they didn't like the writing or whatever at the time.
From the time that you went to that store, for how long were you there before you?
Went on my own.
Yes.
I want to say I was there probably about a good year, maybe a good year.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was running the tattoo shop across. It was in a parking lot, and he was running his tattoo shop, and I was an airbrush shop on the same lot. Of course, he was doing his tattoo, doing his thing, and I was there just waiting for clients to come in and all that,
Right.
And I wasn't out chasing. I wasn't really too hip on the hustle yet, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So he had a time, man, you're good enough, Magoo, you could do your thing, you know what I mean? Because that's what I wanted to do, really. I wanted to be loose and, do my own thing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't want to work for no one and do it their style or do it this way, do it that way. I was more like, I want to do my style, bring my style out, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it this color today. I don't want to, let me do what I want to do. So
Yeah.
we kind of like were bumping a little bit, heads a little bit.
Right.
So when he told me that, I'm like, cool, man. You think I could make it on myself? Yup. And we shut down the shop, and I opened up in the swap meet in La Puente.
Okay.
And I was there on Sundays
Okay.
at the outdoor swap meet. I forget the name of it, but it's in La Puente, and I was there on Saturdays and Sundays every morning, man. And I was, at the time, it was Quebradita was hitting, so I had them Quebradita guys coming over here, and I was doing airbrushing for them on everything, and I was making good money, and I just stuck with it.
Okay. Like on a good day, on a good Sunday, what would be good money? Would you say?
On the Sunday,
Yeah.
back then in the 90s, I want to say anywhere, I don't want to exaggerate, but I say I would walk home probably with $400 or $500.
Okay.
And that's just for my art.
Yeah.
And that was in 99. I was doing t-shirts, $25 a shirt, or hats, whatever the
That's
thing
a lot of
was.
work.
Yeah, and it was just quick names or whatever, and I was running right through them. People were buying them.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
awesome.
So yeah, that was back then. So I seen that, and I was like, okay, I go work at a steel company. By the time I go home with my check back then when I was younger, I had child support or whatever the heck was, I was like, man, I just got to do my own thing now, you know what I'm saying? So I just started making my own money.
Okay.
Right.
Now, since you worked at a tattoo shop and you saw, them tattooing, making money, you over here airbrushing. Most guys that I knew growing up that did airbrushing,
Right.
eventually became tattoo artists.
Right.
Why didn't you move into that field?
I kind of went in there, and they put me in the shop, and I just didn't like it, bro. Honestly, I didn't
Okay.
like it because of the whole gloves, rubber bands, blood. People coming in. It was pretty much. I just like spray painting, man. I was a graffiti artist. I could have took it that level, but I think I fell more in love with the airbrush because of the spraying, the colors, and everything else. And that's where my passion was. That was my cup of tea. The tattooing, I couldn't really. It wasn't for me. I did it for a while, but it wasn't for me. It was too much for me, I think. I just wanted to get in, wash my hands, and get out, pretty much. You know what I mean? Quick. I was into quick money, I want to say. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what it was.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and press pause right there.
Okay.
And when we come back, we're gonna talk about what happens after the Swami. What did you end up doing with your work?
Okay.
Where are you at now? Where can people reach you? What can people expect from you?
Sounds good. Let's do this.
We're gonna go ahead and take a 10-minute break. So once again, everybody, go ahead and go get a beer, okay? Some popcorn. We got more of OG Magoo. We got another interview coming up soon. So make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that OG Magoo is in the motherfucking building, and we'll be back. And Night Owl, didn't forget about you. Hang on, brother.
What it do, it's Mr. Little One chilling on Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A and John motherfucking Elkins, boy.
Hey, what up? It's your boy, Mr. Shadow. You're watching Roadium Radio with my homeboy, Tony A, the Wizard. You know what time it is.
Yeah, what up? This is Mr. Night Owl, and you're listening to Roadium Radio with the legendary Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard.
Yo, what's cracking? Nosotros somos Aqua y estamos aquí con Tony A, the Wizard.
You know what it
Roadium
is.
Radio, damn it. You know what it is.
Yo, what up? This is Mellow Man Ace and Padrino, and you tuned in to Roadium Radio with my man Tony A. Keep it locked.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy OG Arabian Prince from the world's most dangerous group, NWA. Sitting here with my boy Tony A, the Wizard, on Roadium Radio.
What's up? This is Esther Dazzle, Spanish Fly, Harbor Area's finest. Tune in to Tony A on Roadium Radio.
What's up, everybody? It's your homegirl Magic Girl, and you are now listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard.
Yo, what's up? This is Bozo, aka Emiliano. You tune into Roadium Radio on Tony Vision's YouTube channel. Let's get it.
What up, what up? This is Misfit Soto. You guys are now in tune to Roadium Radio right here on Tony Vision on YouTube. Yep.
Check it out. This is MC Poncho on the MIC. Shout out to Tony A, the Wizard, Roadium Radio. You already know.
What up, this is DJ Trick, Spanish Fly, and you're watching Tony A on the Roadium Radio Show.
Big G, Roadium Radio, Tony A in full effect. Stay tuned, watch, listen. This is how we doing it over here.
Yo, what up? I'm out here. This Big Daddy Swoles. I'm jamming with my man, Tony A, the Wizard, out here on Roadium Radio. The podcast is off the hook. Check us out.
This is DJ Clientele, and you are listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard.
Yeah, this Baby Bounce here with Tony A, the Wizard. You are now tuned in to the Roadium Radio. We do it for the people. You hear me?
Mic check. Ernie G from Proper Dos, and I'm listening to Tony A, the motherfucking Wizard, on Roadium Radio. And if you don't know, you should know.
What's up, everybody? This is Soren Baker. I'm the author of the book, The History of Gangster Rap, in stores now worldwide. And you're listening to Roadium Radio, hosted by Tony A. Make sure to check it out. We talk about the Roadium mixtapes. We're here. Soren Baker, Roadium Radio.
Y'all, this is Really Greg, and I'm chilling with Tony the Wizard on Roadium Radio.
Hey, this is Swifty Blue. I'm right here at Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard. Stay tuned.
It's the KAS. Here live on Roadium Radio with the one and only Tony A, the Wizard.
What up, y'all? This is Kiki Smooth, the first Mexican rapper out of Compton, rich and ruthless, and you're listening to the Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Grand Wizard, El Mago himself. Hey, Compton's in the house.
What's up? It's Quite the Yes Guy with my Harbor Out-of-Got homeboy Tony A, the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Yes, guy.
Hey, what's up, gente? It's your homeboy Duende. You're tuned into Roadium Radio with my homeboy Tony A, the Wizard. Ya te la sabes, wey.
What up? It's your boy Baldachi the Beast, Afro Music, Face of LA, right here at Roadium Radio. Make sure y'all tune in. Your boy Tony A, the Wizard.
This is Kelvin Anderson, owner of the world famous VIP Records, and you listen to my man Tony A, the Wizard, on Roadium Radio.
Yeah, what up? It's Lil Black, you the brown super baller, and you checking out Roadium Radio with the homeboy Tony A, the Wizard.
Yo, what's cracking? It's your boy OG Big Wicked, Real Ones Apparel, Orange County. I here with my boy Tony A, the Wizard, Roadium Radio. Y'all make sure to peep it. Peace.
Que tranza raza, aquí su servidor, Sinful El Pecador, and you listening to Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A, the Wizard.
Check, what's up? It's your boy Capital I Man from the Mexican Crew, and you're tuning into Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A, the Wizard. Motherfucker's a legend. Bow!
What's up, y'all? This is Chris the Glove, and you're watching the Roadium Radio Show on Tony Vision on YouTube.
What's up? This is Mr. D on Roadium Radio, kicking back with the homeboy Tony A.
Yo, this is Fancy the Boss. Tune in on YouTube at Roadium Radio with Tony A, the Wizard.
What's up? This is Leah Farsayer, aka the Dragon, the Serpent, the Spear. I'm on Roadium Radio with my boy Tony the Wizard.
Hey man, Nick V and Eric V, the Baker Boys in the house, hanging out with Roadium Radio and the one and only Tony the Wizard.
Tony the Wizard, aka Kylo Ren, right here on YouTube. Sundays and Wednesdays.
Tony Vision, subscribe
Tony
now.
Vision, yeah.
Baby.
What's good with it? This old creep, aka Jay Stompanato. I'm putting it down for Orange County on the Roadium Radio Show by West Coast legend DJ Tony A. We up and out this bitch.
What's up with it, dog? It's West Coast Gilly on Roadium Radio with the legend Tony A. the Wizard on Tony Vision. You know what it is, West Coast to the fullest. Believe that.
What's up, everybody? This is Stefan Ori. You're listening to Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard.
Yo, what up? This Big MOC, Mr. Mokes MC on the Roadium Radio Show with Tony A. the Grand Wizard, baby. Let's go.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Doughboy Tony. You're tuned into Roadium Radio with West Coast legend Tony A. the Wizard.
What up? It's your boy Lottie the G, straight out of Santa Ana, CA, and we right here live in the mix with the West Coast legend Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio, Tony Vision on YouTube.
Yo, what's up, world? This is Cool 187, above the law in the building, and you're tuned in to Roadium Radio with my man Tony A. the Wizard.
What's up? This is Darren Vegas. You're on Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. Real West Coast hip hop history right here.
Yo, what up? Sleepy Malo in the house, here at the Roadium Radio with my boy Tony A. the Wizard, giving us our voice back. One of the realest motherfuckers I know.
What's up, homie? Show me Frankie Quinones, aka Creeper from Cholo T, and you're listening to Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio. That's what's up right there.
Hey, yo, what's up, man? It's Cujo the Savage. I'm right here with Tony A. the Wizard, Roadium Radio. Everybody stay tuned, man. It's a motherfucking hit.
Yo, shout out to Roadium Radio, Tony A. the Wizard, your boy Pablo Nunez right here in the studio. Be about it, people.
¿Qué onda, muchacho? Ahí viene este miro. King with the Blaxican and Negrito de Los Angelitos, and you're checking out that Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard.
¿Qué hubo, raza? This is Wicked from the Brown Side here on Roadium Radio with Tony A. the Wizard. You know.
What up? It's your homeboy Infinite TGM, chilling with Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio. Make sure you guys go check that out.
What up, everybody? This is Wicked Baby Doll, and I'm chilling with Tony A. at Roadium Radio. Check it out. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and follow him on Instagram.
What's good? It's your boy Spanky Loco, and you tuning in to Roadium Radio with that motherfucking legend, Mr. Tony A. You know what time it is, West.
Hey, what up? This is Rebello the Dawn.
And this Dominator.
And we came straight from the 805 ready to slap that motherfucking meat on your grill, bitch.
Roadium Radio, Central Coast Click.
What up?
Yo, this is Daniel Jones, the D to the motherfucking G Media Clips. Here with your boy, Tony A. the Wizard on the Roadium Radio Show.
Check 1 2 1 2. This is Roger Live, and you are in tune to the sounds of Tony A. the Wizard on Roadium Radio West Coast.
Yo, what's up? This is John motherfucking Elkins, and you're tuned in to Roadium Radio with my homeboy DJ Tony A. the Wizard.
Welcome to Roadium Radio, and I am your host, Tony A. the Wizard. We started a GoFundMe page because we need you to help us meet our goal. And our goal is to release a Chicano rap documentary. And we need you to be a part of this. Everyone who contributes will have certain incentives offered to them. For an example, I'll name one. Your name will be on the credits of the film. Everyone who gives, everyone who contributes, their name will be on the credits. That's just one thing that we have to offer. But yet, if you read the description, you'll see other incentives for your contribution. If you've seen the Roadium MIXTAPE DOCUMIXERY, you will not be disappointed with this documentary, shining light on Chicano rap, the Chicano culture. It is something that can be used as an educational tool now and in the future. So once again, help us meet our goals so that we can start production. And remember this, we have a voice and we will be heard. Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 58. I believe. And I hadn't even started drinking yet. So, hey, listen, let me go ahead and give a shout out to my boy Daniel, DG Media Clips. His birthday was Monday, and I didn't announce it on Sunday. But happy birthday to Daniel, DG Media Clips, and also my boy Night Out from San Diego. Much love, much respect to him. Happy birthday to him. So everybody in the comments, drop 1,000 owls for his birthday. Just ow, 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 ow. Okay, drop them. And you know whose birthday also it is? I found out it was Stevie Wonder's, Mary Wells.
Nice.
And somebody else. It's one Richie Valens. Richie Valens. Much love, much respect. Rest in peace, everybody. So happy birthday. Enjoy your guys' days. I'll drink a little bit later on and honoring you guys' birthday. But we're back with OG Magoo.
What up, what up?
So now, what inspired the name Magoo?
That name was given to me by my grandfather, who really raised me. My parents had me when they were 15, 16. So my grandfather, he gave me that name, and it stuck with me. You know, my grandfather called me that name. My mom calls me that name up to this day. So everyone knows me by Magoo. You know, my real name, I hardly hear it. You know,
Okay.
unless it's a client or something like
Now,
that.
now, Magoo, did you ever ask him, abuelito?
Why? You know what? I never did ask him why. I didn't have the chance. You know, I just ran with it. Everyone knew me by it. It was just my name around the house, around the neighborhood, or in school. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what the name. But I figured they said. I found out later down the line that my mom told me that when I was a kid, I was pelon. I was fucking just stumbling across everything, falling. You know what I'm saying? So they named me after Mr. Magoo, the cartoon character.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't know if you know Mr. Magoo. He's always
Yes.
getting himself into stuff. So that's how it stuck with me.
And then the OG, you just threw it on there?
OG's original, you know what I mean? So I'm the original, there's another one out there, there's another Magoo out there, you know what I'm saying? Two, you know what I'm saying? I'm the original one, so I stuck with that.
You never hit him up like, what's up, fool?
No, actually he's a relative, man. I don't need to put him out there like that, but yeah, it's
That'll work. That'll work. 'Cause you know how dudes like, this is Chivo from this neighborhood, this is Chivo from
Nah.
this,
Yeah, nah, it ain't like that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was more like honor to someone, carrying my name too as well. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. So now, you're at the swap meet. How long were you there? Were you there for total?
I was there maybe for about a year or two, and then I went back into the workforce after that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I wasn't sure what I was gonna do in my life at the time. You know what I mean? I know I had a skill, which was a crane operator, which made decent amount of money. I wanted to always, stick to the skills, and I stick to the crane. And it was decent money, so I went back into that. And I got supervisor positions and stuff, so I was just being comfortable, working, having a job, and going, So I was, and then when I took it serious was when I got a taste of, got a taste of the money with the art. You know what I mean? I was making, $500 a day. You know what I'm saying? No one really could tell me. I know I had the attitude where no one else could tell me nothing because I'm here at this job, and I could go out there and make more money just painting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to put up with no one's shit. So that was part of my problem when I was younger. You know what I mean? No other supervisor was gonna tell me what to do. So I always would bump heads with people, at the job site. So one day, they fired me, man. In 98, whatever. And that's when I just
You said I bumped heads.
Fuck
they
this,
fired me, man.
Yeah, I got fired for some dumb shit. Even me and the supervisor real close. You know what I mean?
Right.
I still was. That day he wasn't having a good day, and I know why. I'm not gonna talk about it, but it was over some dumb shit. And then he was like, "You're fired," and I'm like, "I'm fired, good." Well, we just went at it. And I walked away, and I go, you know what? I don't need to be doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? I could go do my art. Why don't I just do my art? And that's it. I never went back to the workforce again. I lie. I went back to work in another steel company in La Mirada, and they got fired from there as well. I was getting rid of for stupid shit. And stupid. Everything was just politics there.
Right.
I went in there, new guy. I had this. I went into another job with the skills, but no one there really liked me. You know what I mean? Because I went in there in a high position, so everyone there was like, "Who the fuck this guy coming in?"
Yeah, he didn't pay no dues here.
Yeah, so hey, like, do this, do that. Give me all the dirty work. I didn't like that shit. I already knew what I went in there with. So, anyways, I left that job, and then I just went to the airbrushing.
Yeah,
I moved out to Norco. I moved out to Inland Empire.
Okay.
I moved out to Inland Empire, and that's when I opened a shop in the swap meet over there, and that's when I blew up.
Really?
Inland Empire, yeah.
I think people that have like skill, they have talent, and they're just gifted like that.
Right.
I think it's very hard for us to take orders. You know, I'll give an example. Like what you said in the workplace, your supervisor, you guys are bumping heads. And then sometimes in the back of your head, you're thinking, you know what, fuck, I could just go do that. I don't have to be here.
Right.
And believe me, I tried working before.
Right.
And I always thought, fuck, I can always go produce. I could be DJing every fucking weekend.
Right.
I don't need this motherfucker.
We already knew people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I knew some people already. I didn't need to really, you know, I
Yeah.
already knew how to make my money. I was hustling in the streets from a kid, you know, and I knew how to make my own money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So now you go to a different swap meet now.
I moved to Inland Empire.
Yes.
Yeah.
And tell us the story there. What happened there?
That time I moved out there, I got in a little bit of trouble, you know what I mean? So I had to move away. Moved out to Inland Empire to hide out for a little while, you can say.
Okay.
I'm good now though. But I still needed to make some type of money, you know what I mean? So I found out, okay, well, I used to airbrush in La Fuente out there. So I mean, let's find out a swap meet out here. You know, let me do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
And I found a swap meet out there, which was a night swap meet. Fridays and Saturdays, it was like 5,000 people a night visiting. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So I said, all right, well, at least if I get a little percentage of them people, I'm still good. So I started doing the same thing, airbrushing T-shirts or whatever. And it was going good, real good. And there was another, but I always wanted to have my own shop in the indoor. You know what I mean? So
Right.
there was a guy, I was just doing that every Tuesday, maybe Saturday night. I was making good money. You know, I was living comfortably. I didn't have no problem paying rent and, you know what I mean? So I heard the guy in the indoor swap meet was moving out, and he was established there for a good maybe 10 years, 15 years. He was airbrushing there for 10, 15 years, and I got wind like, hey, the guy's moving out of the indoor at the Waterman swap meet. Shout out to my San Bernardino people out there. But I moved right into, as soon as he moved out, the same next day I moved in and took over the business he had established for 10, 15 years.
At an indoor?
At an indoor swap meet, right in the entrance. As soon as you walk in, right by the nail shop, right by the fucking barber shop. So there was the traffic all day.
Awesome.
And we had the skills, you know, we had the music going in our, you know, to this day people tell me the swap meet ain't the same without you there, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's quiet, you know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
so I moved in there and started, you know, making revenue there. And it jumped into events. I started doing events. That's where, you know, that's where I'm at now.
Okay.
Special events.
Give us an example of the type of events you were doing.
I started off when MySpace came out.
Okay.
Right? I thought I was the only airbrush artist in the world. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you know, people would tell me, you ain't gonna make a living off of this stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So when MySpace came out, I don't know if you remember, you were able to punch in like airbrush artists. And so I punched in airbrush artists, and I seen a shitload of airbrush artists like pop up, you know, and I started going through everyone, see who's doing, what are they doing? And I seen the guy that was there airbrushing on a yacht, and he was from out here in California.
Wow.
And I was like, fuck, I want to be doing that, airbrushing on a yacht.
Yeah.
So I just hit him up. I already had the skills. I already had the swap meet. I was doing T-shirts. This was a Jewish dude somewhere out in the San Fernando Valley area.
Awesome.
So I kind of like, you know, reached out to him like, hey, you know, if you ever need any backup, here's some, you know, pictures of my work, some T-shirts I'd done. And yeah, he got back to me. He's like, you know what? I'd like to take you with me to do an event. And he took the first one he took me to on the yacht out in Marina Del Rey. We were on the yacht airbrushing for a bar mitzvah. And that's where, you know, he was paying me good money, way money. You know, it was like 75, you know, $100 an hour at the time, you know, working with him. So I thought that was good money. Yeah. And then we started doing T-shirts for bar mitzvahs, a lot of bar mitzvahs, you know, and that's where type of events I was doing.
Okay. Now, did you ever have to write the Hebrew?
I kind of, you got different types of Jewish people.
Okay.
You know, you got your Persians, you know, you got the Orthodox Jewish
Right.
people, you got your American Jews, you know what I mean?
Right.
So a lot of people I was working with were Persian Jews in Beverly Hills area. You know, they're just party animals, you know, and good people, but when they throw a party, they throw a freaking party. And everything that they have in their bar mitzvahs is, they'll have the new Drake before Drake's even out in the radio. So they had hip hop going, you know what I mean? Hip hop's going on, and they're, you know, doing my art to the music, and people were like just blown away by it. Awesome. I had this little hustle in that game when I would airbrush T-shirts, and then I had a kind of glitter at the end, kind of like a magician, you know what I mean? I'd do my thing to the artwork, you know, artwork to the music, hip hop, you know, everyone's watching, and I would have a kind of glitter, and I would finish the thing off with glitter, and then, you know, hand it to the people. They were just blown away. I would do the artwork, spray the glitter. It was just crazy.
That's awesome.
So that's how it took off. And then next thing you know, people are like, hey, can I get your number? Can I get your card? And it just led off to one thing, led to another.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm working with, you know, up in top of the hill in Beverly Hills, you know, painting for millionaires up there. You know what I mean?
And all this came through this guy?
it came through him, and then it led to me because of my whole hustle with the with the the glitter and everything. People love my shit, so they wanted my number. I wasn't giving my number out at the time, but then that's another story. That people started reaching out to me, finding me on and then reaching out to me, and then I just started building my own business, which is Active Airbrush.
One thing that I can admire about whoever this person was that you said it was from the San Fernando Valley is that when he saw your work, he didn't think, "Oh, fuck this guy." And let me tell you something, because I've known a lot of people in the music industry that they'll get a good demo, and instead of saying, "Man, I can help this dude, this shit is good," they're like, "Nah, fuck that lame." And like we were talking earlier, there's a lot of hate in this business, whether it's airbrushing or whether it's music, but I'm referring to the music side of it. So I'm thankful that there are people out there that saw your work and said, "Yeah, come on down, man." I like that attitude, man.
I like the attitude, but then it always end up there's a twist to everything. You know what I mean? So I ended up falling out with a couple of them type of people, just for the simple fact that they were pretty much controlling me and everything that I did. You know what I mean? What I can do, where I can go, where I could post something. They were controlling how I was trying to promote my artwork.
That's a different story now. Yeah.
Right. So then it just just ended up like that. It ended on bad terms. Like, you can't do this. Why are you doing this? Why? You know what I'm saying? So that's when I figured out my own. I got to do this myself.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I built my own team. I have 8 artists now. I have a staff of like 16 employees. You know what I'm saying? So when we were doing our events right now, because of coronavirus screwed everything up, all events are canceled or either postponed until August now. But yeah, we have some big events coming. I mean, we work with Nike. I work with Puma. A-listers, you can say, from Travis Scott. I done stuff for Travis Scott. I done stuff for Chris Martin. Chris Martin. I could drop names. I could go all day long, man. Some of the big people I did. I worked with the Lakers, Los Angeles Lakers, twice in a row. I did their own family parties. You know what I mean? I worked with so many people, man. I
take your time. See, and the reason why I want you to do questions, though, but. The reason why I want you to do that is because I don't like when people say, "Who is that?"
Right.
And they don't really even know on how gifted, and how talented, and how blessed you are.
Right.
If you would just tune in and listen, then they would understand who you really are.
Right.
So take your time, man, and share with us.
Right. Anywhere from like Chris Martin, Gwyneth Paltrow. I work side by side with Mr. Cartoon. That's the homie right there. You know what I mean? We're on good terms. He's a real big artist. You know what I'm saying?
Now share with us how you would share with me during the break how you met Mr. Cartoon.
I met Mr. Cartoon through I guess his team reached out to me. He was doing an event collab with I want to say Cazadores at the time.
Okay.
And the venue was the theme was, "Don't forget where you come from."
Okay.
So when you walk into this venue, it was like pretty much the barrio, neighborhood inside.
Okay.
And if Mr. Carter started off with the airbrushing shirts at the swap meet. So pretty much I was mimicking what he did, because I was the venue was part of the barrio. And it had the paleta, man. It had the taco person there. It had the liquor stores. It was just, so I was in the corner, like in the swap meet, pretty much airbrushing like what he did, where he started. So that's how we met. And we'd end up doing from Los Angeles to New York. Me and him. But he's a good guy, you know what I'm saying? He always supported me, and up to this day, nothing but respect for him.
Awesome. So you went from the yachts to Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills, man, Palisades, Malibu, you name it, all that ground I cover, anywhere, from Santa Barbara all the way to San Diego. You know what I'm saying? We were covering a lot of bar mitzvahs. You know what I'm saying? A lot of corporate events. I mean, I worked with Google, big events, Mont Blanc. I go every year and paint for them in San Diego. Guess Jeans, I launched 15 stores in across the states. They had reached out to me. They go, we're launching our spring clothing line. We need an airbrush artist in every state at the mall from a certain amount of time to this amount of time. Can you do that for us? Wow. I locked in 15 states.
Wow.
Yeah, I locked in 15 states for Guess Jeans, just because I was known in the airbrush industry already. By then I was already known. I was pumping out. We were going to these what do you call them? Chat. Before it was Facebook, it was what do you want to call it? Like where you blog. I don't want to say blog, but where all the artists talk.
Right.
What do you call it? Like a chat room kind of thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So I always had good rapport. People, So I lined up every state, all the way from like Miami, New York, you name it. It was from Texas. It was all over, man. And I had them going, and it was successful. Everyone showed up. We did our 2 hours. Guess Jeans was really happy about it. I mean, that was a big one for me. That was my first big one I locked in for Guess Jeans.
Okay.
I worked with Warner Brothers. I worked with Sony. I worked with Paramount Pictures. You know,
all airbrushing.
My and my team out there painting for you know, the guests. You know what I'm saying? That whatever theme they wanted, we were doing T-shirts for them, and it would take a minute to 2 minutes per shirt.
Okay.
USC was another one of my accounts. I airbrushed for USC for so long, man.
Really?
Years after years. Yeah, we would for the fan fest. We would go in there and airbrush everything for them: T-shirts, hats, whatever they wanted at the time. So I had USC locked in for a long time.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I love to hear. You know what? One thing about me, man, is that I love to hear people win. You know.
Right, of course, yeah, and that's what I'm here, man. You know, not just to motivate and inspire, but I want to set an example for, you know, artists out there. Not just artists from the barrios, but any artist, any kid, you know, out there, you know, in the suburbs or either in the ghetto. You know what I mean? If you have a passion for it, definitely I would recommend to pick up an airbrush. It's been really good to me and successful. You know, it's got my, you know, my family, you know, living comfortably. My son's, you know, on the 2nd year in college now. It's getting my son through college. You know, he even picked up airbrush and works with me when he wants to. You know, my son grew up around it, so he's, you know, so it's been good to me, man. I'm happy where I'm at in my life. You know what I mean?
Awesome,
with it,
man.
I can't say anything.
I get excited, bro.
Right, man.
I get excited, and
I'm
now
able to do what I want to do. You know, travel the world. You know, I've been around, you know, all over with my airbrushes. Say from Miami to freaking New York. You know what I'm saying? San Francisco, Utah. You name it, man. I've been around all of the U.S. A lot of the U.S. Hawaii. You know, I've been all over.
You know, it's funny because, for an example, you take your airbrush and you give it to somebody that doesn't know how to use it. He'll probably look at it, think it's a weapon. But you put it in your hands. You're gifted. You're the Mexican
It's
Picasso.
like painting money, bro. That's how it is. Yeah, it's like painting. Every time I'm spraying, it's money, bro.
That's awesome. Now, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Was there ever that one call or that one meeting that you had that after you hung up or after you left, you said, yes, this is it? Do you? I'll tell you. I'll give you an example,
Right.
and then maybe you can think of one. I remember when Disney went looking for us at the swamp meet. And they wanted to know who made this mixtape.
Right.
You know, and I was afraid to say because we were selling bootlegs. I thought that was FBI, and I thought they were gonna,
everything.
you know,
Yeah.
the guy's like, well, who made this one, right? Who made
Yeah.
this mixtape? And then I said, I don't know. And then Steve goes, well, he did. And then I go, yeah, but he sells them.
Right.
You
You
know,
guys
so we
didn't
kind of did a Tekashi 6ix9ine on each other.
What the fuck? Yeah, I hear you,
But
man.
what happened was the guy who said, I'm from Disney. We just opened up a new record label called Hollywood Records.
Right.
And we want to sign you guys.
Nice.
You know, we want to have a meeting or whatnot.
Beautiful.
So that was the first time that I thought to myself, wow, this is big time. You know, Disney.
The first time when I thought to myself was when I was, I want to say in downtown Los Angeles. I was doing some shopping, picking up items, whatever, and I get a call, right? I had a speaker in the car. It was Jennifer Garner, personally, from her.
Wow.
And I didn't know, I'm not too familiar with, you know, all these names. I know who people are, movie stars, but I'm not a good guy to remember names.
Right.
And it was her. And she's like, hey, John, I was referred to you, you know, by, you remember, what's her name? Punky Brewster?
Yeah.
I work with Punky Brewster. So she referred her to me or something. They seen me at a party or something. And she called me and said she wanted me to go to her party. And how much we talked. I had her speaker. I said, let me get back to you. Okay, so this is Jennifer Garner. I didn't pay no attention to it. So when I hung up, my wife was sitting shotgun, of course. And she's like, was that Jennifer Garner? Like, real Jennifer Garner? And I'm like, who's Jennifer Garner? You know what I mean? I kind of knew it. And she's like, hold up. She gave us our address, where to show up and everything. So, you know, we kind of looked it up. And, yeah, it was a freaking mansion up in the Palisades somewhere. And
wow.
Yeah, with Jennifer Garner, man. And that's when I say, you know what? I have A-listers calling me, man. Let's do this. Mayweather's birthday party. I was there painting for his 90s theme. You know what I mean? Mayweather's another guy that I worked with. Just a bunch of people, man.
Awesome. I want you to keep going, bro. I mean, I like hearing you.
What's the other girl from Roseanne? That was another crazy one. Gilbert, what's her name? Roseanne's daughter.
I never watched that show, but I think.
Well,
the fans
anyways,
will
the
know who
daughter.
that is.
I was another one. I did something for her. I mean, you got Beyonce. One of her videos. Some of my stuff's in there.
Really?
Yeah. I forget the name of the video, but they have my airbrushing under shorts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Airbrushing with that. I want to say Young Thug. I did his album release party recently in Chinatown.
Okay.
Oh man, you got Miss America. One of hers, I did some stuff for her too, or Miss USA or Miss America, one of them. Katie Lowe's from The Sopranos. You know, I did something with her for her. She had this. She was pregnant at the time, so I guess she would do them. What is it? A baby shower kind of thing.
Okay.
So I worked with her, and I met Machete.
Okay.
With them. Couple of guys, you know, just they could go on and on, man. I could go on and on. I wish I have a list of stuff I could look up, but that's some of the people.
Okay. You know, now, what can people? You know what? Because you mentioned you gathered a team. When did you know that you had to form a team to be able to do what you're doing?
When I was getting events booked on the weekends where I couldn't be everywhere at one time. You know what I mean? I was getting booked 5 to 10 events a night on Saturday. Bar mitzvahs in
Those
general.
Those are huge, huh?
Heck yeah.
Those are like our versions of quinceañeras.
They're our version of quinceañeras, except we're like in Beverly Hills Hotel, or we're somewhere on a house in the hills up in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They spend a lot of money on those things. So that's, I started getting calls on those, and I couldn't book myself, but I knew a couple artists. Okay, artists need to be motivated, and people were reaching out to me because they seen me at these places, and they're like, damn, like they would give me props, so I would know. I would look at their profile and see what they're doing. You know what I mean? So pretty much every airbrush artist that you probably know. There's not a lot of us. There's probably about 10 of us here that
Really?
a handful of us in California, on this side, on the Southern California.
Okay.
They all work with me. A majority of them work with me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And do you have I'm asking because this question I don't know. Do you have a building and everything? Or what do you work out of?
We don't need a building to work out of. I had a location in downtown Los Angeles just to store stuff.
Okay.
But we don't have a storefront where we hang out every day and wait for someone to call. We just book them. I have coordinators that are family or close friends that they coordinate every event for me. So, you know, it has to be a real close friend. So they deal strictly with my clients. The artists, all they're doing is showing up, and they have to either be able to do what I do or even better. You know, and the majority of my artists they're badass, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so they show up, but my coordinators are the ones collecting, dealing with the clients, and they come back to me and they report to me. Artists, they're all good, you know. I've been through my artists. I've been, you know.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
You know what? You had brought me a gift. Not only did you bring
Yes,
me a
sir.
gift, but you blessed me with a shirt.
Oh yeah,
So thank
that
you.
shirt's dropping. It dropped today. I just dropped that shirt right there, and that's the city where I grew up in.
Okay.
Metro Link, you know what I'm saying? It's a drawing and shit that I put on a shirt that everybody liked. So I thought I'd put on a shirt because I got so many compliments.
Then
on
you
that.
brought me a gift.
I brought you a gift, man. I'll
said
let
be
you
careful.
open it before I say anything.
Okay.
But I thought about you, and you know what I'm saying? I wanted to hook you up with something. Can I get that backpack right there?
You said it. You said, hey, Tony, be careful with that one. So I'm kind of like trying to take off this tape. Oh, shit. Now, this is what I'm talking about.
Is there an easel over there? That's all you, bro. I know how much you like Star Wars stuff.
Yes.
Nothing I can do, but that's it. I thought I had
That's
an easel,
it.
like a
Oh,
little
okay.
baby easel on there. Oh, you got the easel? Yeah, I got you an easel for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what?
So that's your Stormtrooper? Is that what you call them, right? I'm not
Yes.
too much a Star Wars fan, but I thought maybe, hey, you know what? Let's give that to Tony. And
I don't know if it's blocking me, Johnny, but
You need to bring it in closer.
to me or to?
To you.
Okay.
There you go.
There you
Bam.
go.
The reflections on it. Turn it this way, maybe.
Okay, right there?
There you go.
There you go.
So that was for you, bro. That's just something that I thought that it was good with you. I know. Did you get to check it out real good?
Yes, I did, man. Let me check it out. I know I saw your name at the bottom.
I just tagged it up right there real quick, but that's it, bro. And if you put it under the light, you got some pearls in there. You know what I mean? I used automotive paint
Thank
for
you,
that.
man. Greatly appreciate it.
Createx. Shout out to Createx paints.
Okay.
And Iwata airbrush.
This is awesome.
That's how I created that.
Let me show everybody. But that's awesome. So once again, thank you, man.
You got
Really
it, brother.
Appreciate it.
That's all you.
Let me see. I think that's it. Now, what, if anything, can people reach you? Do you have a website? Do you have anything that you can promote, you can push? Or right now will be the time.
Yeah, you can follow me. Hopefully, you guys get to follow me tonight. Hopefully, I inspired a couple of people out there, artists. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me on Instagram at OG Magoo MAGOO Uno. OG Magoo Uno on Instagram, and also we do have a webpage if you want to book us for any any parties or whatever it might be, corporate fundraisers. You can hit us up at www.activeactive airbrush ENT, like entertainment, so activeairbrushent.com. That's our webpage. Been up for 15 years now, so you can check out all our cool pictures and everything there. And then also you could reach me at Active. Of course, this is my brand, my clothing brand. I came up with this maybe about 10 years ago, and I've been running with it, Active with the K. So you can follow me at Active 2.0 also on Instagram, and pick up some of my shirts. I got some cool hats in there, you know what I mean? Also, I just dropped the shirt today for the people that purchased. Shout out to you for the pre-orders. Thank you very much for that and all the support.
Awesome. And Active, what inspired Active?
Active that's the name of my airbrush company, which was Active Airbrush, which I had for 20 years.
Okay.
But I couldn't go with just Active with the C because there's already another company. So I went with the K just because I brought up Active when I was in the swap meet. It was Active Airbrush with the K, so it could stand for a lot of different things at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I stood out with the K. Mm-hmm. That's how I've been doing it ever since then. People would always tell me, "Where'd you get that hat?" I'm known for having cool hats. So everyone was like, "Where'd you get that hat? Where'd you get that hat?" So I just designed my own, and people were buying them. Okay. And it's something that I just put out once in a while. It's not my main, you know what I mean? I just throw them out there, once in a while. So if you do get it, it's always limited edition. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay, awesome. At this time, if you want any shout outs you want to give, or we got like 2 minutes. Any shout out you want to give?
First, shout out to my family for sure, my wife and kids, for being there and supporting, be my backbone, you know what I'm saying, for sure that. I want to give a shout out to my boy, Pablito as well. He's a really good friend of mine. A lot of stuff in the makings, man. Really proud of that guy there. Give a shout out to my boy Tattoo as well. I got to give him a shout out just because he's the one that really put me on, back in the days, put me on the radio with Power and put my art out there. You know what I'm saying? He opened the doors for me through the wires, you know what I'm saying? So I give a shout out to him and pretty much my team, bro. Active team. Shout out to all you guys out there and to all the airbrush artists that support. You know what I mean? All the airbrush artists that support me, man. I love you guys, man. So just keep up the work. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, anything that we can do here for you, you know what? The door's open.
Right, Tony. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that very much. And I appreciate you even having me on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a rapper, but I'm a Chicano artist, or I'm an artist, but I just want to make sure,
that's one of the elements of hip hop.
Right. It all started there. It started from breakdancing, pop locking, and hip hop, and from the streets all the way to where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? So
awesome.
Got a couple of things coming up, and looking forward to all that stuff as well, man.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Once again, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to come back with our next guest. And once again, the GoFundMe, if you would like to give, it's on my bio, or we bring it up on the website. Actually, I think bring it up on the screen. But it's on my Facebook bio as well. So if you want to contribute, cool. If not, hey, no worries. It's all good. I got 3 of these bundles left. 3 of them. So the first come, first serve. 3 for $30 of the CDs at the DOCUMIXERY.com. And go ahead and go get yourself something to drink. Get yourself some popcorn. And we'll be back in a minute. Let me give a big shout out to Pablito for coming out. Thank you very much. Hopefully he hangs out with us. But we're back in 10 minutes, everybody. So.
Radio.
Yo, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch. John motherfucking Elkins on the beat, y'all.
Cold tear shit up. Hey, yo, D, you got a level? D, hit record, man.
Get busy with Easy and Tony A on the 12 technique. See?
Here's a little something about a nigga like me. They never should have anybody say from me. Yo, this is your main man team. You know, I'm rocking shit at the Roadium. Let's do 1, 2, 1, 2. Right about now, you drop that bass.
Lonzo, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You sure?
Motherfucker, I'm ready. Goddamn.
Like it ain't shit, cause I'm a player motherfucker named DJ Quick. It's a full-time jack move. Till he show yo, homie, make the track move. Freestyle, me and mama keep the big chicken. Sweat dripping, girl is in the middle when you chill. Walked in the house, got shot. 1, 2, 3. Motherfucker, don't down this shit. Granddaddy. Keep your ass.
Cut. We're good?
And we heard about this young kid from the Harbor area named Tony A. And he was a DJ, Holmes, and he was going in with the big stars, you know what I'm saying? And he was like one of us going in and infiltrating inside of all these MCs, you know what I'm saying?
A Roadium mixtape is just mixed of different types of music, no matter what genre it is. And like I said, it's like making your own musical movie.
When La Raza came out, man, even the amount of sales of the single of La Raza that got moved out of the Roadium was crazy, bro. And that song just got played and was played in all the stands over there. And I was blessed to go back one time, even see it, and I want to say in 91 or 92.
Although they were not black, they were Oriental, Asian, whatever you want to call them, they were cool. And they embraced everybody, blacks, Latinos, whoever came to the swap meet to want to buy music, they were record people.
Ice Cube getting dumb at the Roadium with the funky drum, and you know my man Steve can get some. With a fool like Tony A when he plays stupid dope shit by WA. You wanna spray? Dumb motherfuckers, no doubt. And sucker DJ, get the fuck out. Tony A.
What did you say your name was?
Tony A. I have won 1 million battles. Lights, cameras, action, sound. Give me that mic, I'm about to go down.
Thinking of a master plan.
This story's funny. I met this girl and she had money.
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 58. And before I introduce my special guest, once again, I think somebody just bought this bundle, so you want to get it? I got 2 more. So, other than that, the Roadium Mixtape DOCUMIXERY, you can watch it at DOCUMIXERY. Order it at DOCUMIXERY.com, and you can use the promo code TRMD20, get 20% off. Other than that, the GoFundMe page, which you can find, should be popping up on the screen, and if not, go to my Instagram on my bio, or on my Facebook on my bio, or on YouTube on one of these videos. There's a link to the GoFundMe if you would like to go fund the Chicano rap documentary. Other than that, without further ado, please allow me to introduce my very special guest, LA Icon in the motherfucking building.
Yo, 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 what up? It's a pleasure to be here, brother.
Oh, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
I know we talked before about getting you on here, but there were under some different circumstances. You were like, no. And then you said, Tony, let's do it.
And the spirit of 6ix9ine, it's that guy's fault.
In the spirit of 6ix9ine, it's just like, that's what's trending right now, huh?
Yeah, who's out of control, but I mean, fuck it, I guess.
You know what's funny, man? With this generation, he made... Oh, man. I hope I don't regret what I'm about to say. What I'm about to say, I don't condone, but it's almost like he made snitching in.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say some outlandish shit. Yeah. He definitely made it... I wouldn't say he made it cool, but he definitely is getting away with it. How about that?
Yeah, yeah. So now, you know, before we jump into every artist and how you got started, I know you do pretty much filming for a living. What do you like to watch?
Shit, really? Netflix. Netflix is my shit.
For real?
What are they? They just put out a new season of El Señor de los Cielos, season fucking 100 or some shit.
How was that?
It's fucking amazing. At first I was like, what the fuck are we doing right here watching a novela? And then fucking 500 episodes later, literally 500 episodes later.
Wow.
Every fucking it's a novela, so every fucking season has like 100 and something episodes. Other than that, the normal Netflix shit. I'm a big Netflix guy.
Okay, so you recommend that one? Because I usually recommend good stuff to the audience.
If you're into that shit, yeah, if you could watch it.
Okay. Now, I only got one documentary under my belt, okay? But I will say this, and I think I could pretty much answer this for you, that when I look at movies or when I look at documentaries or whatever, I look at now ways of the way they film, the way they edit, way they transition. Is that how you look at movies as well?
I try not to look at it that way, but if it's obvious, how about this? If it's not up to par with Hollywood standards and it's noticeable, how about that?
Yeah.
Like if you notice some sloppy shit, you're like, I probably could have got this gig. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I try not to pay attention to it, even if it's any of our work.
Okay. What's the last dope movie you've seen, old or new? Like last night, I watched one of my favorite ones, Limitless.
That's a hard ass fucking movie. The zoom.
Yes.
When there's zoom, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That's a crazy effect.
I love that fucking movie. That movie's hard. I wish I could have one of those pills, but I take that naturally, homie. I just.
I'm mad at that.
So.
A good movie that I seen recently. What was that fucking movie that we saw the other day? That was pretty good. Something 23 in a day or 23 in one. It's a movie on Netflix, and it has this kid from this other fucking movie. It's this black kid. I don't remember I don't remember, but it was good. It was about him being down. He was like super with the program, and he was getting put on by this kingpin or what have you. You're not gonna remember. But long story short, he goes and he whacks this dude, and he gets caught for it. And he goes to prison, but when he goes to prison, he's with his deadbeat ass dad. His dad was there for him, but he wasn't there for him. You know what I mean? So he's there in prison with them, and he's telling them like, "Yo, you gotta do this, you gotta do that." He's like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm here for murder, homie. I'm pretty sure I can take care of myself." La la la. His homie ends up being his right hand man in the streets ends up being a like a turncoat. He's like playing both sides of the fence, not with the cops, but with the ops or whatever, with the enemies. And he goes to jail. The rumor is out that he's actually fucking with the ops.
The same guy that plays Wu-Tang.
Yeah, the same guy that plays RZA on the Wu-Tang documentary. He ends up hitting the yard. As soon as he hit the yard, they go in to hug each other, and they both go to stick each other.
Oh wow!
And he ends up getting the better half of that, and that's the end of the movie.
Oh wow!
Well, it's a little bit more to that, but yeah, that's the major plot.
Do you like any scary movies?
I fuck with scary movies. I don't get to watch them very often because she doesn't fuck with it. So.
Oh, okay.
I have to watch them by myself.
What's one of your most maybe favorite within the last 10 years, if you had one?
Period. Freddy Krueger is my guy.
Now the last one or the newer? I mean the older ones.
I can't really recall the last one.
Yeah, I didn't really like the last one.
But the series, my mom was really big into horror when I was in her household, and Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, mine was Michael Myers, so we're kind of close.
As long as it's not Jason, because you know they got beef and shit.
Yeah, that's no good. That's no good. But I'll tell you what type of horror movie that I like to watch, like The Conjuring.
I don't like to fuck with the spiritual shit too much.
I know. Even the Insidious, even that one was...
Insidious is pretty vicious.
Yeah.
Don't they have like 10 of them?
I just like one.
The main one.
That's it. Like it's like watching Chucky 1. Like
yeah.
So
Child's Play is good.
yeah, I like Child's Play. I remember when I was a little kid, I saw that at the movie theater. You know, my mom used to drop us off, me and my brother, and we used to be in there fucking watching 2 movies, and then go to the next day to watch 2 movies.
When it was
you know.
doable.
Yeah. So now, where did you grow up at?
I grew up in El Sereno, which is the east side of Los Angeles, not to be confused with East LA. It's east of East LA.
Okay.
It's the last city before the San Gabriel Valley begins.
I'm gonna tell you how I know your city, okay? Because in the 80s, me and my boy, we used to ditch to Roosevelt or Garfield, because we'd say all the fine girls went there. And we're from out here, the harbor area.
Yeah.
But when we would go out there at night to the clubs or to the house parties, everybody used to say, you got to go to El Sereno. You got to go to El Sereno. Everybody used to say that back then.
Turned up?
Yeah, you know. Yeah, everybody. But hell, it was. We used to go out there. So that's how I know your city.
Parties.
You went to school and everything out there?
I actually was kicked out of school in the 7th grade, and I got my GED when I was in camp, juvenile camp, when I was 16. So after 7th grade, I guess I was smart enough from there.
Okay.
Smart enough to get my GED a couple years later, right? Fuck it.
And why camp, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know why they sent me to camp. I had already gone to all the juvenile halls. They didn't give me YA, so I don't know. It was just camp that time, I guess. Challenger in Lancaster, Camp McNair.
Okay.
I went to all the camps there, but Camp McNair is when I got my GED.
Any brothers or sisters?
My brother is probably as old as you, and my sister's 10 years older than me, so I'm the youngest.
You're the baby of the family.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was the bad one.
Mama's boy?
Well, I guess, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that.
That'll work.
More so than my dad, yeah, so for sure.
You play any sports growing up?
I tried, yeah. I was pretty good at basketball.
Really?
Yeah, my name, well, I mean, obviously I didn't go fucking pro, right? But my name is in El Sereno Park on a plaque in the Hall of Fame for fucking Little League basketball, I guess you could call it.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I used to be all right. I wasn't always this fat. I could still hoop, though. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's buff like you, all right, Tony?
Nah, but hey. Anyways.
You like that shit, Alex?
Now, around when or who would you say inspired you to pick up the camera?
It's a weird story. So this broad that I was dating at the time was trying to become a professional makeup artist, and she ended up becoming really big. More power to her, whatever. But one of the times, I guess it was a rich kid school. So we were on Sunset and Vine in the condos that are right there on top of Sunset and Vine, and we were at one of these students' one of her classmates' condos, and they had a badass fucking camera. He said something about a D80 or something like that. It was like a fucking crazy ass Nikon. I picked it up. I was drunk. I was fucking around. Thought I was a shit because I was selling weed at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could buy one of these right now. They're like, you should. I need help fucking taking pictures of my work or whatever. And I was like, all right, for sure. So the next day I bought a camera. I had rapped. I always rapped or whatever. So I knew you. I took your photos. You knew him. You told me, hey, let's take his photos. I know Alex. Took his photos. Took the homies' photos. And it just spread like that. One of the more popular people that I shot back then was L-Boy. You ever heard of L-Boy? Gangsta L?
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, that.
So Gangsta L, and he took me. I met Frost, I met Mac 10 and J-Rock and all kinds of other people that day. J-Rock from TDE. And that particular day is the day I learned how to film music videos, because I was filming with, well, maybe not something like the webcam, but a little handy cam. And I was filming the behind the scenes of the video shoot. And that was my way to get more money. I would film it too with the little handy cam. Like, hey, you want photos? Cool, but I'll interview you too on video if you want. Just give me extra $100 or whatever the fuck you had at the time. I'm always open to negotiations to this day. But fucking long story short, I went home. I told L to shoot me the record. He shot me the record. And by chance, I synced it up with them saying the lyrics. And I was like, what the fuck? I could shoot a music video. Bing.
Wow.
Then I upgraded my camera. And back then, these these DSLRs had just hit the market, so it was able to film and take photos. So it was the T2i. Everyone's getting Canon T series, whatever the fuck. I had the T2i, and I filmed the fuck out of that shit till it broke.
Awesome.
I still have it to this day.
Awesome. And about how old were you at this time?
This was, I don't even recall how many years. It was 10 years ago. It'll be 10 years in November that I've been filming music videos.
Okay. Okay, and I'm sure you got a lot of crazy mad footage.
I have probably 12 hard drives full of everything. I never delete anything. So if I ever filmed you,
you got it somewhere.
I have it for sure. Not even somewhere. I know exactly where it is. It's in a waterproof safe.
Awesome. You know, I know that's probably a lot better than me having records. I would have 60 crates of records covered all from this wall, but
that's a safety hazard.
I knew exactly where everything was. So now, I know you used to rap.
Yes.
What inspired or encouraged that?
The first song I ever recited was Nothing But a G Thing. That's the first song I ever memorized.
Okay.
And I would, like anyone else, replace the lyrics with the hood or with this or with that, and I figured I could rap. And then in junior high school, we used to rap at lunch or whatever, and then it just carried on from there.
Okay.
High school, I didn't even go to school, but I would go up to the school with the homies and shit and go kick little freestyles and then leave.
Okay.
Shit like that.
You work up any type of demos or anything like that at the time?
Me and my buddies did record some shit, and it's on the internet right now. It's bad. It was one of my homies that passed away. Rest in peace, my homie Snaps, aka Tron. Fucking he had this little fucking Cool Edit Pro. You ever heard of Cool Edit Pro?
No.
It's basically Sony Audition.
Okay.
Or is it Adobe Audition? It's Adobe Audition, but like fucking 15, 17, 16 years ago, something old as fuck. And yeah, we would record in his dad's bedroom on a shitty mic, not even this. This is decent. The little Radio Shack mics.
Right.
And his dad would come home because they were in school, I wasn't. So I would just pull up with the weed or whatever the fuck it was at the time. And we would record, and it's on the internet now. I'm not gonna say the link. I'll send it to you to fuck around. Don't share that shit, bro. It's bad. It's good, but it's bad. It's bad now.
No,
that's actually better than half these motherfuckers out. Now I think about it, maybe I should drop that shit again.
Maybe you should drop that.
No,
shit.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe it's bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
Yeah, we could run with that.
Okay,
that's good.
Now, so now you rapped. Did you ever, at one point, say, you know what, I'm a rapper. Let me release an album? Did that ever happen?
Yes. So I was with the campaign. Well, before the campaign, I released an album, but I was in high school, and that was all right.
Okay.
We were young, so I mean, it is what it was. But so when I met the homies from the campaign during a photo shoot through you, and then they came across me somehow. They were like, hey, the homie said you rapped. And I was like, yeah. They're like, jump on this song. So I went in the booth. I fucked it up real quick because I recycled a 16 because I didn't have anything to do with it. I had written it. I recorded it. I mean, I never recorded it. I'd written it. I memorized it. And that day they were like, hey, and it went perfect to the tempo, and I dropped it, and the rest is history. And with that being said, we dropped a project called Divine Intervention. That was our first project, and that did okay. It was all right. We had gotten digital distribution through Empire because I have a Empire account and whatnot. So we went through Empire, and then the next one is called Gunpowder Poetry, and that's actually hosted by Julio G and Tony G. They hosted that mixtape for me.
Okay.
And that did really, really well. We got a little bit of radio action. It was a cool little big thing because we were so diverse. We're all Latin. We were all spitting our different little shit.
Right.
It was gangster, but not over the top. It was still hip hop. You know what I mean? So it was pretty slick.
On that one that you got distribution by Empire.
They're all distributed through Empire.
Okay.
Up until my Brown Side shit.
Who did the production up until that point?
There is a guy called Infameezy. He's one half of a group called Oh No. If you've ever heard of Oh No, the young skinny kid.
Okay.
He's really, really popular. His name is Relevant. Rel's pretty cool kid. You should come on here someday maybe. But with that being said, as Infameezy, he did almost all. Actually, Gunpowder Poetry was a mixtape. Divine Intervention, he produced through and through. And he actually did produce some shit on Gunpowder Poetry. We called it a mixtape because there was some hijack beats like from Alchemist and shit like that. But
right.
He also got a couple of tracks on there too. It's pretty sick.
Okay. And those were 3 that you dropped, if I'm correct.
1, 2, 3, yeah. Up until my Brown Side. No, and then I dropped another solo project after that. Because we were going on tour. We had some tour dates with King Little G. We had some tour dates with the young man Fora, if you've ever heard of him. And I carried on that tour or whatever, and I needed product because merch was, I mean, you're on fucking tour. You need merch. You need posters, clothes, what have you. If you don't know that, you need posters, clothes, and shit. And a CD, ideally, right? So I cut a solo project called The Big Picture, and that did probably... That's the best album I've ever dropped as far as money-wise. I made quite a bit of money.
Okay, and at that time, would you say that you really took rap serious?
I took rap extremely serious. The video shit took a backseat, 100%. I was making decent revenue. I'm not gonna say I was driving an exotic ass vehicle, but I had a car, I had my own spot, and all I did was music industry shit. Of course, I still shot a couple of videos here and there, 1 or twice a week, which is decent money, but the money mostly came from streams and video views and album sales.
Awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that. Now, how did you meet Tony and Julio?
How the fuck did I meet Tony and Julio? That's a great question. I can't say for sure. Do you know Kiki?
Kiki?
The Hennessy Lounge Kiki?
I know one Kiki, but they call him Kiki Smooth.
I know Kiki Smooth. It's not that Kiki.
Okay.
Yeah, if I can't attribute it to Kiki from the Hennessy Lounge, I can't even recall how I know Julio and Tony, but they blessed me. I took them the project, they liked it, they wanted to fuck with it a little bit more, like on the mastering shit. I was like, do whatever the fuck you want, you guys are blessing me. Tony did, you're now listening to, Julio did that, Julio did his shit, Tony did actual live scratches on it. It was a great thing.
Which I believe today, in my opinion, that's what music lacks. I like that old school scratching feel.
Yeah, people ain't fucking with that no more. Especially on the actual thing, he was scratching so live, it would skip. Not skip the CD, but he would skip a bar or two. You know what I mean? Like when he was doing his real DJ shit. You're a DJ, you know what I'm talking about better than I do. You know what I mean? So
right. No,
he was doing his motherfucking thing.
And when you started touring, who did you have a manager at the time?
I didn't have a touring manager, but we had I guess we all had shared the same tour manager, which would be I Suppose. I don't know if you ever heard of I Suppose from the A18.
No.
He also raps. Excuse me. He was cool. He was all right.
Okay. And who were you guys touring with?
The headliner would have been Fora. And also on a separate, different tour that was hosted by an artist. We had like 7 or 8 dates with King Little G, Reverie, Self-Provoked. We were all coming up at the same time, but clearly Little G would have been the headliner that time.
And around what year was it? About 2005 maybe?
Damn, that's too long ago. Nah, this would have been 2015, 2014, 2016, 2016 was probably the last time.
You know, it's funny because me being my age, at the age of 52.
Who said 2005?
Yeah, I'm thinking back when, MySpace came out. You know what I'm saying?
I had a MySpace page.
Yeah, so that's when when we mention MySpace, it's like sounds so old now, huh?
But 2005 is fucking old. That's when I was just barely getting out of high school or some shit like that, or I should have been. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Okay. I forget sometimes I deal with the younger generation, so I throw out years a lo pendejo.
It's all good.
So now, you're rapping, you go on tour. What were you thinking of the music that was out of during that time, man? I don't like the state of music today. How did you like the state of music then?
The state of music then would have still been the trap shit or whatever, but the people on tour were more hip-hoppy per se. I was riding the fence on trap/hip-hop because my bars aren't dumbed down trash per se, but they also weren't fucking super lyrical, miracle, spiritual type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And how far did those records take you, man? Did you travel everywhere?
I didn't go to I've been to the East Coast to perform, but during those tours it was mostly the West Coast, and then the normal racket, fucking New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, etc., like that little section.
Yeah.
And I could have probably gone to the East Coast during that time, but I was running low on merch, and I didn't know how big my fucking fan... You want to be honest? I didn't know how big my fucking fan base might have been in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I didn't necessarily want to incur all the costs of fucking being out there and not necessarily killing it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was used to killing it everywhere we went. The stage performance would have been on point because that's a formula that's down packed per se. But I don't know what the crowd reception would have been to the merch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, after you get off a tour, well, during all that time, were you still filming at all or taking pictures as you're traveling?
I was trying to film during those tour dates, obviously, because, or whoever was with me, if a girl was with me, if a homie was with me, hey, film this, I'm gonna tripod a camera over here, etc., etc. And I would do recap videos for all of us, so I'd make a couple of bucks off of him. Oh, you need a music video while we're here? Let's fuck it up, you know what I'm saying? So, and of course, when I was home, I would film, because I have regulars that need their videos and shit.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. That'll work. So now, you get off that tour. Did you record anymore, or did you just feel like, let me just go ahead and stick to this?
I was just doing the same old shit for almost 2 years.
Really?
The same music, I would change up the show set if I knew someone else was going to maybe give away weed, or if we were doing a weed thing, I would put a weed song on instead, or, just switch it up to pertain to the exact circumstances of that show, but same shit.
Okay. Now, at what point in time would you say you ended up meeting Toker?
I met Tokes maybe 5 years ago, and it was through, they're part of Crime Family Entertainment now, Criminals label or whatever, and they go by the Empire Riders. It was Big Sanch who had hooked me up with Toker's cousin. He called him One Punch, if you ever saw the lives or whatever. And the homie Luis or whatever. So he called me one day. He was like, yo, I'm going to plug you in with Tokes from the Brown Side. I had never heard of Tokes from the Brown Side, because I didn't, like I said, I listened to fucking Dr. Dre. Nothing But a G Thing was my first shit. Tokes was out about that same time.
Yeah.
He would have been on Easy's side, you know what I mean? So I wasn't privy to all that bullshit. That was a tiny bit before my time, before my musical time at least, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, oh, okay, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I gave him the price. He was like, okay, well, do you have a problem going across the border? I was like, we're good, right? He was like, yeah, we're good. I was like, well, fuck it. If you're saying we're good, we're good. So, excuse me. He told me, meet me at the last gas station off of the fucking 5 freeway or whatever. And I was like, cool, whatever. He's like, I'll be wearing a cowboy hat. I was like, cool, I got you. So I pull up down there and I'm looking for some fool in a fucking, he's like, I'm in a pickup truck. So I'm like, all right, I'm looking for a paisano ass homie. Like, all right. So I'm looking for a pickup with a homie with a sombrero. And I'm like, I call him like, yo, where the fuck are you at, fool? He's like, Dick, I'm right here looking at you in my pickup with a cowboy hat on. And I look and he's wearing a fucking Dallas Cowboys hat. I was like, fuck. So we cross the border. We go over there. My first encounter with a Toker. There's beach houses. We're all in beach houses right there. So the beach house, one is more like a family house where you could have your kids and your wife or whatever. I went across the street to One Punches.
You gotta do the voice.
Nah, I don't feel like it right now. So anyway, so fucking I go in, I'll do the voice, fuck it, because I always do impression of Toker. So when I go, he's like, what up, big dog? Come on in. So I go inside, and there's this crazy fucking whore right there. And when crazy, I mean like super big old titties, big old ass. She's kind of like just right there with her leg. She's just posting. He's like, this is all you, big dog. Your lady's across the street, right? Ponle. And I looked at him like, fool, what if she comes? You're gonna get me fucking caught up. Don't trip, doggy. My wife's over there. She got you. And I laughed it off. And he was like, he made her spread her legs and shit. He was like, that's all you. And I was like, I just laughed. Probably how I laugh right now. And I was like, nah, that's all you, Lewis. And he's like, you don't gotta tell me twice. And that was my first encounter with Toker. Oh, and then he paid me quite a sizable amount of money in that instance right after that. He's like, you don't want the pussy, just the money. All right, here you go. And then there was a restaurant down the street, like literally like from here to where my car is.
Okay.
And so I guess that's not down the street, just a couple of buildings. And fucking we had an open tab. Well, I had an open tab. Just had to pay for your own alcohol, and I didn't really drink then either, so he took care of me. He was really good. That's a boss ass motherfucker right there.
Now, what did he pay you for? Would you
videos, strictly videos.
Videos. Okay.
Well, videos and photos. Not really photos, because I would just, I mean, we're filming already. Just just pop a couple real quick.
Right.
But yeah, mostly videos.
And how many videos did you end up filming for him?
Excuse me. I don't know. A lot.
Okay.
I shot every single thing that they put out from when they came back out.
Okay.
So when did he come back? 2015, 2016, when he started putting out his new shit?
Yeah, if I'm correct.
I did all of that. I started that YouTube page.
Okay.
Every single thing.
Now, when you say every single thing, just him or the other group that he has?
Everyone brown side related.
Okay, and can you give us a couple of those names for the people that may be wondering?
So obviously there's original brown side, which of course the homie Wicked, Tokes, their brown side, his little brother Clever, Rich G. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You should have Rich G on here. He's more your fucking era, as a matter of fact.
Well, I don't like to give away who's going to be here, but let's just say...
That's good.
Okay.
He deserves it. He's a good man. The Trece Boys, which are Little Danger and Travi and Chino. Chino, I believe, has a hefty jail sentence he's looking at that I believe he's innocent of. But, I mean, shit, whatever. I'm not the judge, right? So.
Right.
And Lady Benz. Can't forget about Lady Benz.
Okay.
And I shot every single one of their videos as well, up until 2 years ago. And I think the only person that's been putting out stuff lately is Little Danger. More power to him, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. And shooting these videos, you said you started the YouTube page. You guys are releasing through YouTube.
Yes, of course.
Or whatnot.
He amassed many subscribers. I don't know. Maybe it might be at 200K by now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm out of the fold on that because once Stoker passed away, I quit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No disrespect to any of the homies. I reached out to everyone individually prior to me quitting.
Right.
They said it was cool. Only one person said it would look whack because he had just passed away and it might look like some bitch shit. But I was like, if anyone needs to test it, you know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Right.
No one's bitching out. It's just...
You just choose.
I abandoned... Okay, so I put out an album through Brownside.
Okay.
Or Easttown Records, whatever you want to call it. We all claimed the Brownside, you know what I'm saying? At that point, it was more just like a flagship scenario as opposed to it being member of the group, you know what I'm saying? So, I had released an album called The Cost of Living, and I had just released it. We did an amazing show at the Brownside flagship store in downtown Los Angeles or whatever, like 300 people. Shit was leaking into the streets. It was great. And a couple months after, he passed away, bro, and I didn't want to capitalize on all the attention because all of our followers went up, all of our profile views went up, all of the video views went up, and maybe from a marketing standpoint, I made a huge mistake, but out of an integrity and honor standpoint from my homie, I did the right thing by not trying to fucking capitalize and release a new music video in the middle of all of us mourning, per se, you know what I'm saying? So I just took a back seat to that, and after that, I just didn't feel like I needed to be part of the record label as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna I wasn't gonna rap during that time, so.
Right. How was your relationship with him? Was it just? I mean, can you call him anytime? Just shoot the shit with him?
He was one of the groomsmen in my wedding, as an example. So that was my dog. We talked every single day, twice a day. Once in the morning. If it was a business thing, we would start off as business, and me and him are shit talkers. I definitely like to talk a gang of shit. If we were fucking gossiping or whatever the case may have been, just talking shit, period, talking about the baby, talking about this, talking about that.
Yeah.
That was my boy. That was the homie. Like in a real ass way. I would go over there for non-work related things, just to chill, etc. We spent holidays together, all of our families and shit, so.
That's awesome, man.
That was the homie.
That's good to hear. A lot of people were interested to hear that. Now, let me ask you a question. It's very hard for me to ask, but I need to ask. Where were you when you found out of him, passing away?
The day that it happened, I was filming a video for Jokes. He was the newest artist put onto the team or whatever. It was me, Jokes, and Travi. We were at my house filming the video Boss Bitch. It was like the fucking 10th day of filming because Tokes wanted more and more shit and more shit.
Right.
And like I said, fucking, he called Jokes or Travi to fucking make sure we were doing whatever we were supposed to be doing and what have you. And fucking, I was just talking shit, saying you're never gonna get your video. Fuck that, blah blah blah. Why the fuck are you even checking up on us? I don't even fucking need your help. It's not like you're doing anything anyways. I talk stupid shit to him. Just talking shit though, you know what I mean? It was all in good fun. He was like, man, shut the fuck up for these fools jump you, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like we fucked around a lot. And that was like at 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Come to find out later, everything had happened around 5. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know that. So the homie, Luis, One Punch, was blowing up my phone in the middle of the night. Maybe not blowing it up. He called 2 or 3 times. And I was asleep. And my phone's on silent at all times. So if my phone glows on camera, you guys know I never answer my phone, right? So there's that, right? So fucking, I woke up and I call him like, yo, what's cracking? Who the fuck you call me so late at night? He's like, they got the homie, dog. They got the homie. And I was like, go bail him out. What the fuck? I've never seen one of the videos. How about this? One of the videos that I filmed for Tokes, you know, people use prop money in videos now, right?
Right.
They don't even have that amount of prop money. So he had the most amount of money I've ever seen in my life in person in a video. So when I say bail him out, I literally mean like, the fuck, bail him out. It's light.
Right.
It's fucking Mexico, you know. Bail that fool out. How did he not pay off the fucking? He was like, they got the homie. You don't understand. They got the. He was at my house 45 minutes later, and he lived at least an hour away. You know what I'm saying? So he flew to my house. He told me, and I was like, shut the fuck up, stupid. Like, I don't even believe. I don't even know why you're playing like this. Like, what do you really want? Where are we going? What are we doing? And he wasn't fucking around, so.
You just had a hard time consuming that.
At first, yeah. And then, I mean, it was true. Then I saw a news report. Then I saw a photo. A pretty fucking wild photo or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
If you hang out with someone every day and you see a particular photo and you see what they're wearing, you know it's them. Like, oh, you know what I mean? So.
Right. Okay.
That's crazy.
All good, brother. Thank you for sharing that. That's the first time I ever hear somebody ever mention a photo. But we're going to go ahead and stop it there. And we're going to take a 10-minute break, and we're going to come right back. And then we're going to talk about everybody that you've been shooting ever since.
Let's do it.
Dope.
Rest in peace, Toker, before
yes,
we go,
rest
man.
in peace. Rest in peace. Once again, everybody, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that LA Icon is in the motherfucking building. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Yo, call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Roadium Radio.
Hey, Tony, drop that. What, please?
I bet.
My name is the Croft, the C-R-A-W-F-O-R-D, the poet high C. Tony A. the Wizard, just as cool as a blizzard. Sticking out his tongue, stabbing pussy like a lizard. Oops, I'm sorry, homie, I didn't mean to say that. Steve is in the house, come on, won't you play that funky dope beat? You know you gotta throw me some Stanley's ass Croft, coming straight from the Roadium.
You are now about to witness
Tony A. Get funky. Still black. Tell them where you from. You don't think I'm living, well, fuck you. Who's on a Saturday night in LA? Yo, feeling kinda funky. Stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. What the hell are you looking for? Can a young man make money anymore? Where my tunes are like freaking on the floor? Or is it my job to make sure I'm poor? Disruption, disorderable, nourish, not justify. Those that live at the FBI, look at mama's baby.
Yo, right about now, Dr. Dre is in effect. Cold tearing shit up with my man Steve at the Roadium swap meet. And we here to lay it on the line. To all them sucker niggas out there claiming our tapes and shit, we just got one thing to say.
Live at your boy, your ass is mine. Live at your boy, your ass is mine. Live at your boy, your ass is mine. Yeah! Now my name's Dr. Dre. Not the baby. Now my name's Dr. Dre. Now my name's Dr. Dre. Now my name's Dr. Dre. Went to a party in West LA. Wanna learn a new dance, that's what you say. Well, here's a new dance that can't be matched. So just dance to the floor, do the cat. Here it come, here it come, here it kitty come, come. Here it come, here it come, here it kitty come, come.
These right here are the ultimate breaks and beats. These were introduced to the West Coast by Steve YANO. They came from the East Coast to the West Coast and they were sold only at the Roadium. You can still see the Roadium sticker there. And these are called, once again, the ultimate breaks and beats. If you're a DJ or a producer, you better know what these are. If not, don't call yourself a DJ or a producer. Me and High C right here, we know about these. Back in the day, I would have doubles of everything. Here's a quick story. When Ice Cube left NWA, he came over to my pad and I was playing some beats for him. Before he left to New York to do his album, America's Most Wanted, he actually asked me if he can borrow a set of my ultimate breaks and beats. I let him borrow it, never saw the dude again, man. I guess that's what he meant by Jacket for Beats. But you know what? Much love to Ice Cube. He helped put not only Compton, South Central, but West Coast on the map. So much love to him. But once again, these are the records that Steve introduced to the West Coast. You don't believe me? Ask Dr. Dre. Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 58. We're going to go ahead and jump right back into it with none other than LA Icon.
What up, what up? Shout out to everyone in the chat.
Yeah, that's entertaining,
Shit
man.
is fucking amazing. You guys talking shit, I fucking salute your shit talking skills. I got a new name today. I'm catfishing on my fucking flyer photo. You know what I'm saying? They hit me with them fat girl angles on that one. You know what I mean? Don't hate. You know, what's cracking though, Tony?
He said fat girl angles.
The high angle.
Right.
The high angle.
That's usually, and you know what's funny? The short guys take them with the phone down here, looking up, looking down, so they can look taller. That's the short guy angle.
Yeah.
So me, I just usually, eye level. But anyways, you were supposed to serve yourself a shot. You said.
Oh, shit.
So
here we go.
And so now, when what inspired your name, LA Icon, and was that your rapping name when you were?
So I'm more concerned about taking this shot. Everyone that knows me knows I don't really drink, so.
Roadium Radio exclusive, so.
This is fucking bullshit.
Do you feel that nice warmness come down your chest?
It's cold outside. Pause. Come down your chest. Alex, what the Nah. This is actually what Toker would have as drink, so it's coincidental. We'll run with that though.
Dope.
Yeah. What did you even ask me right now? Fuck.
If you wear high heels on the weekend, now I'm only playing.
No way.
No. What inspired the name LA Icon, and was that your rapping name?
It was inspired by the photography, and instead of me having fucking 35 different names, I just decided why not fucking Icon. And Icon is not the most original name in the whole wide world. There isn't very many, but there is some for photography, so I just put LA because that's where I'm from. City is my first name now, you know what I mean? So
okay,
that's what it is.
Okay, now was that your rapping name as well?
It was my rapping name since I started putting out music professionally, yes.
Okay, before that, non-professionally, did you ever have another name?
Nah.
Come on, man, that was a yes right there.
I'll send it to you directly. I don't need to get Googled and all my old shit get brought up.
So you don't want to give it away?
Nah, something's got to stay secret, baby.
Awesome. Quick question: one of your favorite comedy movies of all time?
Friday.
Really?
Just to not overthink it.
Head, yeah.
Friday.
Okay, mine. I was asked this, and the first one that came to my mind was Coming to America.
You're fucking old, Tony.
Yes, very, very old. When the dinosaurs used to roam the earth. So, but yes, I have my walker on the other room.
I've seen that fucking movie. I don't remember it probably as well as I should, considering it's a classic, but I remember it. They're wearing like dashikis and all kinds of crazy shit on.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. You need to watch that, honestly, because to me, in my opinion, and people may disagree with me, and the majority may agree with me, I do believe that is the greatest comedy of all time. So, anyways, let's get back to you're now filming videos. At what point in your life did you say, you know what, I'm going to just do this over the rapping?
It's always back and forth.
Okay.
It's always back and forth. Like when I was doing the little, and when I say tour, we weren't fucking doing Staples Center, but we were doing decent shows, 1,000 people, 500 people, sometimes 200 people, etc. Right? Excuse me. So fucking, I'm reading the comments. You guys are fucking wild. It was a bad idea for me to turn on the comments.
I know.
Because I want to address it. Fucking, long story short, fucking, it's just whenever I'm rapping, I'm still filming, but when I'm filming, I'm not necessarily rapping. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like when I'm full force on the filming, that means the rapping shit is dormant for whatever reason. Not because I have writer's block, not for any other reason other than the video shit's just cracking. Like people, like right now, Icon spit a freestyle, Icon, you could really rap, whatever, etc., etc. Fucking, I don't feel the need to right now.
Okay.
It's just, I'm kicking ass on the videos. I fucking film everyone.
Awesome.
I film Misfit, I film everyone that's cracking. Fucking, I just shot a video for Conejo that's doing really, really well. Shout out to Conejo. He got some mixtape dropping. You should host that shit.
Actually, he had invited me to, I don't want to call it a party because it was at a studio, but it's listening.
His listening party?
Yeah, okay. But instead, I chose to go see MC Hammer. You know.
You're a wild fucking dude, Tony.
Yes, sir. One of my boys, bodyguards for him, so he said, come on, man, let's go. So, let me tell you something about Hammer.
Was he doing gospel rap at that instance?
No, this was just recently.
Oh, okay.
This was just recently. one thing about Hammer, not only is he a real humble dude, like a real, but his shows he still gives it 110%, man. Like I really
Did he do the fucking Hammer dance?
Everything. He brought people up on stage. You can't touch this. He did everything, and I really. People can say, you know, fuck that dude. I would never say that because I love his hustle, man. I love his hustle. So
he went broke and made it back, right?
Yes.
No, can't be mad at that.
You know, when you're making 100,000, you know, a show.
Do 10 shows and you're at $1 million. That's like 3 months of work max.
Exactly. You know, and you can't hate on that.
You cannot hate on that.
You know, when you got rappers, sad to say, that are trying to sell tickets so they can perform. You know,
that's the way of the fucking world these days, I guess.
Yeah.
Shout out to the promoters that make people do that.
Yeah, I know. And I know a few of them, and they're my friends, but that's what they do. So now, you were naming a couple of artists that you had filmed. Was there ever any artist, without mentioning any names, that you were like, this guy was just a fucking asshole?
You know what? No. Because usually I'm the asshole on the scene.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I talk a lot of shit. I'm always poking fun. And let's just say you're used to all your yes men and I'm poking fun at you. You might not be accustomed to someone fucking with you.
Yeah.
Like that. And not that I'm Mr. Popular or anything, but my numbers are pretty all right as a rapper and as my social media, et cetera, et cetera. So it's kind of... Can't really say shit to me. Like, can you rap better than me? Or, you know... drop a diss track or some shit, or what are you gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm filming your video, and I might be being a dick because your drunk ass homie over there won't stop telling me fucking brilliant ideas that we already talked about fucking 3 weeks ago, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So,
do you ever get those guys? Maybe you ought to shoot over here. Maybe you ought to shoot
a lot. Shout out to all which camera? Let's see which camera.
Any camera.
Shout out to all the guys that are right there giving me good ideas. I really appreciate it. A lot.
Yeah. No, believe me, we get this one guy, maybe like two guys, but one guy that emails us and leaves paragraphs
on pointers.
Yes.
Does he follow any of them?
I don't even know who the hell this guy is. Okay, I don't even know who this guy is, but this guy pretty much, like, one of them, he wrote me how I am not qualified for the Chicano rap documentary.
Why?
Yeah, it's a long ass paragraph, and
I know somewhat of your history. I want to see that fucking explanation. Why? That's fucking tight.
I don't know why. I honestly, maybe Johnny could tell you after, but that's what he said.
You're not qualified.
Yeah.
Who is qualified?
You know what? That's something I should have asked him. But
I feel like I'm qualified.
I didn't. Yeah. So I'm not qualified. Another guy said, you should do this. You should consider this. Your breaks are too long. You need to do this. Wear a different shirt. Even all kinds of shit, bro.
Why, you recycling the same shirt?
Yeah, I washed this like 5 times. I wore it 5 weeks in a row.
That's fucking tight.
Yeah. So, but yeah, dude, I get that kind of. And I'm thinking, who has the time to write me an entire letter? But
people be bored. Maybe he was sitting on the shitter. Maybe he's on quarantine. Motherfuckers got time right now.
I know. Yeah, you're right. So now, how do you think you became that guy that everybody calls, you got to get Icon to film your video?
By shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting. I feel like my prices are maybe the most competitive for the quality I'm pumping out. There's not too many people better than me in my price bracket, or this might sound cocky as fuck, or in the general area for that matter. There's only 2 people that I think could fuck with me. I'm not giving them a plug. Shout out to you guys though. You probably think I'm talking about you, but I'm not. But fucking no, shout out to the homies that are filming music videos, you know what I'm saying? Everyone's trying to get it. Everyone has their own guy these days, you know what I'm saying? So for me to be able to shoot music videos for a lot of the popular artists that are out in our racket right now is a blessing in itself, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't have to choose me, so.
Right. You know,
I'm blessed.
1991, we shot our first video at the Roadium swap meet, okay?
Sick.
We had some people that come from Australia.
It's always a fucking out of town.
Yeah, Disney hired them, and I'll be honest with you, they seemed professional, you know, until the director, he had leather pants, like something like Jim Morrison would wear.
Oh, so some real Hollywood wannabe director shit. That's tight.
He was sagging his leather pants.
Sagging them. Leather pants.
Leather tight
And they were
pants.
skinny pants.
Yes. with no draws. Okay.
It was an invitation, Tony.
Yeah. And then by the time, now I was always one of those guys. She didn't really care. But for me, I wanted to go to the editing. I wanted to see how it was done. I wanted to see what you're going to put in it.
I have no idea how they edited back then.
Right. Okay. So I went, and it was funny. I'm thankful I went because they started asking me, so what do you think we should add right here? And I'm being real serious when I say that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we should put you right here? Should we take that out? How do you want to see it? I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck were these guys going to do if I wasn't here? Now, I'm not saying I edited, but
no,
yeah,
they definitely
shocked.
asked for your input and you gave it.
Yeah, and I gave it. After seeing it, that shit looked like an old ass black and white Godzilla movie. It was fucked up, and we paid those guys $25,000.
Fuck, shoot me 25 racks. I got you.
Yeah, all right, cool. I got it tomorrow. Follow me to the bank.
I saw your fucking car outside. Was that your car, the black one?
No.
Yeah, shoot that shit. You got 25, baby.
So check this out. So and then the Hughes brothers, Alan and Albert, come into the picture.
Of course.
And we give them 35. Then they shoot our video. We go to Venice Beach. After that, our third video, sit in the park. We go to Echo Park. They film it. Everything totally changes. And those Australian guys get pissed off at us. The guy with the tight leather pants.
Why didn't you stay with us?
Yeah, pretty much. They're talking about that. It was very, very trash. It was fucked up, bro. But that was our first video.
Let me ask you this: was it trash because of the quality, or was it trash because of the circumstances they were dealt?
Both.
Could they have done anything better other than shoot with better equipment?
Yes. If you look at it, it's almost like when you're watching the video, everything's flashing. It's a video of everything flashing. You don't see a steady pace of the guy rapping.
Huh.
So, I don't know, it is what it is, bro. You could go on YouTube and watch that shit. But now, other than shooting rap videos, do you shoot anything else?
I'm pretty open to shoot whatever the fuck people throw at me. So if it's your niece's quinceañera, if it's your fucking sister-in-law's wedding, I fucking filmed a funeral. I filmed fucking all kinds of shit. I film anything.
Damn, you filmed a funeral? Like you didn't put a beat under it like that, did you?
I put a sad ass fucking song, but not a sad song. I put a like trailer music per se, or ambient sad.
No, you've shot at a funeral itself, remember?
Oh shit, I've shot a fucking music video at a funeral.
Wow.
In a respectful way.
Yeah, they were.
Because it was a song for that gentleman that passed away. Rest in peace to that gentleman, you know what I'm saying? But
right.
Shot a lot of wild shit.
Okay. Now, do you still have any association with Brownside at all?
Not especially, but I think we're all on good terms as far as I know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Any of them still pumping out music? Are you doing any of their videos?
No one's tapped into for a music video with me from that camp, but like I said, I think Little Danger put something out recently, maybe a couple months ago, or maybe it was more recent than that, but I think he's still trying to push the movement along, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So shout out to him.
I know you did Cujo.
Of course. I shot a couple of videos for him.
The last one that you did, okay.
And the one for the baby or the freestyle?
No, the one that he did, you did the baby one as well? Okay, that was a good one. But the one that just dropped recently, I'm trying to remember the damn name.
What If I Was Cocky?
What If I Was Cocky? Fuck, that fucking dope ass fucking song right there, bro.
Super simple music video. It was right after, so he was with me at another video shoot and he was like, yeah, let's go film that. And I was like, pay me. And we negotiated whatever bullshit price Cujo pays, and I took him to the spot. I took him to 2 spots, and I chose that one because I haven't burned it out. I mean, I fucking filmed so many videos.
Right.
There's so many fucking places I could film before it's, I need you to take me somewhere I've never been type shit. So I took him to a nice little view, and it went well for him, I guess.
The reason why I like that video, and I know a lot of guys are going to get upset what I'm about to say, okay? And I know you shot tons of these type of videos. They always incorporate the same elements.
Cars and bitches?
Cars, girl twerking in slow motion.
Don't hate.
Guys blowing weed at the camera.
Mandatory.
Red cup or a Hennessy bottle.
Should have been blue and should have been tequila.
Right. So my thing is this: can you do a video without no asses?
No.
Can you do a video without no lowriders? Okay, hold on. Can you do a video without no weed? Okay, now when I saw that video with Cujo, I truly appreciated it because that was, to me, that was straight some raw boom bap shit.
That's exactly why we were able to get away with it, because that's exactly what the fuck it was. We didn't film anywhere else. We filmed 3 takes. That video, I think we stood there talking shit to each other about nothing longer than it took for me to film that video. And I edited that video fast as fuck too, like maybe 2 hours, maybe. Simple.
That shit was dope, though. I'm
Boom
not gonna
bap.
lie. You know what? I'm gonna share with you that I always share with my boy John. Simple sales, and it was simple and it was dope, man. It was dope, and I love the fucking song. As soon as that song came on, he started rapping. The first couple of bars got me hooked. Got me hooked, man. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but that's my son.
I know his real dad.
Well,
you adopted him?
No.
Hey, speaking of which, that motherfucker has some bills he's got to pay. What's up, Pops?
I'm not his dad.
No, I'm just kidding. He's good.
Anyway.
Cujo's cool. To be honest, filming these videos, look, as far as the girl, that's a fail-safe move. That's my signature move. A bitch twerk. Sorry, if you're a girl watching this. Ice Cube told me it's okay to call you guys bitches, so I run with what the boss says. So, Ice Cube fucking told me. Okay, so yeah, bitches fucking twerking in the video. That's a fail-safe move right there. If I don't have anything else to show in your video, that's cool. But I show a girl twerking, who's gonna argue with that? You may not appreciate it per se from an artistic standpoint, but from a consumer standpoint, easy peasy.
I get it.
You could get 1 million views off of a bitch twerking as the thumbnail. That's facts.
I'd rather see it in person than in a video.
I can invite you to a video shoot. You could finesse your way in if you can with the girl or whatever, but she's definitely gonna shake her shit for you. I promise you that. Mandatory.
Hey, let me ask you a weird ass question, okay?
Shoot it.
Say if a dude tells you, "Hey, homie, I'm gonna have a bunch of twerkers, but they ain't women."
What are they then?
I got men in the video. You gonna shoot it?
That'd be rough. That'd be bad.
Why?
That'd be rough. I don't know, man.
You gotta get some close-ups, homie.
I got a zoom lens. I don't know if I would do that. If I got fucking if I got you know what I mean, if I got worked on that, like I just arrived and all of us like, hey, we're gonna have all kinds of people twerking, I'm like, sure, and I show up and it's just all kinds of guys. I don't know how I would react, and I'm not homophobic or anything, but that's rough.
Yeah, it is rough. It is rough. So
what would you do?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
First of all, I'm the interviewer. I don't answer this kind of questions, homie. So, but yeah, see, I can get away with that.
I ain't even mad at it. I'm not even gonna push the issue. Let's go.
Shit. But now,
he got nervous. He's dropping the beer and shit.
No, I didn't.
We know what Tony's going through right now. Fuck it. Go on.
Okay. Now, what videos can you tell me or let the public know? Because you are the video guy. So that's why I'm asking these video questions. Some of the videos, if you can give me your best 5 that you could say, that was my shit right there. I know you probably don't want to name some of them because you don't want to hurt the artist's feelings, but from a director, videographer standpoint, what would you say this was my best? I got some dope shots of these.
It's an old video. I'm only gonna say one. It's an old video, and when I did it, there were no drone shots in existence yet. No one was flying fucking drones. It wasn't a thing yet. It's called LA State of Mind by Zapata the Ghost. I'm very proud of that video to this day. It's old as dirt. Probably wasn't as bad as the leather pants sagger dude shit that they did for you, but pretty good, man. LA State of Mind by Zapata the Ghost. That shit went.
Dope.
I like that one a lot.
Now I got a question. I'll put you on the spot right here.
Let's go.
Do you like Chicano rap?
What's your definition of Chicano rap?
No. Just answer the question, brother. Do you like Chicano rap? I know it's easy to bounce it back to me. I'm a lot smarter than that, brother. Do you like Chicano rap? Name
one Chicano rapper.
Here we go. Hey, everybody.
As an example.
I'm putting him on the spot, and he doesn't want to answer, so...
No, I'm going to answer it.
I just want to... Land Beast is watching.
So. Land Beast? Shout out to motherfucking Land Beast. Those are my bros.
You know what I'm talking about.
So, do you mean fucking pre-2014 Chicano rap, or do you mean like...
Just in general.
The golden era of Chicano rap, I do not listen to. I just got done telling you I didn't even know who the fuck Toker was, and he might very well be, besides a couple other individuals that try to claim the fame, one of the godfathers of Chicano rap. You know what I'm saying? I would say Tokes is the godfather of gangster Chicano rap for sure. But I didn't listen to Frost. I mean, who didn't hear like This Is For La Raza per se?
Right.
But I mean, I didn't listen to Mellow Man Ace. I listened to Be Real a little bit. I mean, because that was some. That's not Chicano rap, or is it?
No, I don't consider that. Definitely.
Why?
To me, that's hip hop.
Why though?
Well,
do you feel where I'm coming from now?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
But that's different. You're talking about La Raza, you're talking about Cypress Hill. That's two totally different genres. That's
But
just
is
hip-hop.
it though? Is it just because they went mainstream and they had different beat selection?
I wouldn't even say mainstream. One thing that they did with their first album, they didn't want to show their faces because they didn't want to throw the public off. If they would have showed their faces, people would have probably said, or I'm not going to buy it because they're Chicanos. So I get the strategy of them not showing their face. But now let's just say Chicano rap within the last 10 years.
10 years still might be too far back for the lyrical content.
Okay, because I like the way you're dodging the question. You keep throwing the ball back at me. But
I'm not. I'm just saying a era of it.
Okay.
Well, how about this? When I started rapping, I fuck with some of the rappers that I came up with. A young drummer boy.
Okay.
An individual named Guzzle from San Diego went hard. The campaign shit was fucking wild.
Yeah.
Shit like that. You know what I mean? People that could really rap. Pretty much. If you can't really rap, then I mean, whatever.
Okay.
It is what it is. So,
how do you like the state of music today in general, as far as hip hop?
it's really fucking hard to answer that question in a kosher way, but I mean, it's all fucked up. And I say that from an industry insider's perspective because, I mean, like, Cujo. A lot of people think Cujo is ultra talented, but is he going to break through the ceiling to even get into any type of situation where he's on? Like we see some of these people that are on, you know what I mean? Shit, Frost fucking barely made it on in his heyday, and it was way less saturated then, you know what I mean?
Right.
Who else? Fucking King Little G. He's very, very successful for sure. I think he's living a great life and whatnot, but is he on the radio like that? He's been interviewed by the radio. He's on the website, but is he on the fucking station getting burned out? Like, you're getting drilled with his fucking song like everyone else, you know what I mean?
Now, let me ask you a question on that one. Let's just say King Little G, for an example.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the radio. They interviewed him on the radio, is what I'm saying. But they don't play his stuff. If you can answer that, why do you think?
I don't fucking know. I don't know the exact politics behind that. Is it because his record runner didn't fucking kiss the right ass or grease the right hand or whatever the case? I have no idea. But I personally think he has more than enough money to buy a spot on the radio station. Yeah. So I don't think it's money. I'm sure he would have fucking done that if that was the case. I have no idea. Like, even Young Drummer, for instance, that fool, he just did the fucking LA Leakers freestyle, or I don't know what fucking freestyle, or was it the one with DJ Head? I forget what it's called. I think it's 92.3. I don't really pay attention to mainstream shit, but some of my friends are involved in it, so I glance, whatever, right? So I don't know why he's not on the radio. All these gentlemen that I'm mentioning right now have more than enough money to fucking payola in, and they're not even getting that chance, I don't think.
Right. For the people that may not know what payola is.
It's paying to fucking play. Isn't it? Like,
yeah, no, exactly. I just wanted you to elaborate a little bit more on that because this generation doesn't know.
It's like the hustle and flow where the bitch goes up to the thing and she either breaks him off or she sucks him off. Yeah. That's fucking payola in a nutshell, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I have no idea why. And at that point, if we know that they have the money and they could grease them, and that's illegal, but I mean, it still fucking happens, right? So
it's been happening since James Brown,
since forever, right? So I have no idea. I'm sure they're going to meeting program directors and going from station to station and fucking eating chicken wings and big ass round table meetings. Everyone listening to the song, bobbing their heads like they give a fuck, and then do your drops, you kick rocks, and then what? You know what I mean?
Okay. Do you think Cujo has good skills?
I think Cujo can really, really rap, but he needs to make songs for the radio to play. Because the radio doesn't play fucking boom bap right now. And if they do, the only person that's even slightly close to that fucking scenario is Kendrick Lamar. That's the most hip hop they've gone. Maybe J. Cole, but even J. Cole's making songs. You know what I mean?
Okay. And I'm glad you said that because I know that like Puffy, when he produced Biggie wanted to do some hip hop. But he said, now you got to give me like Juicy. You got to give me this. Took it to the radio.
Songs.
And I understand that. Okay. But now, you have guys today, like, at least in my opinion, that can't rap.
Like who?
Like Blueface.
Yeah, he can't rap, but I don't know. I don't really listen to his music.
Especially
now.
But now let me ask you, why do you think? I'm not saying why you know, but why do you think he's on the radio?
Marketability. If they could sell your package, they're gonna fucking put you out there, and if they cannot package you right, or they don't know what to do with your package, it's like anything. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Now, for those that may not know what you mean by package,
I mean your looks, your songs, your fucking genre of what the fuck you're talking about, like your demographic of who it's gonna reach. I mean, there's people. So I hear a lot of stupid shit about Blueface. You know what I mean? I don't really play into it because I got more important things to worry about. But him doing the whole fucking trying to flip the Mexican culture
bullshit.
and all that shit. Yeah. We as rappers and older people that are more hip to game with what's actually taking place, we don't agree with that, right? Of
course.
It is what the fuck it is. No one's going out of the way to go whack him. As a matter of fact, I saw a video of him today. His baby's mama's Mexican and she broke his window. So shout out to homegirl for trying to get a little piece for us, right? So fucking with that being said, there's so many people that actually fuck with his music, and right. I don't give a fuck really. It's not gonna ruin my day if I hear you bumping Blueface. I'm just gonna give you a weird glance, like,
right.
But what about the people that were in this video that think it was totally cool?
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Or there was some homies. There was actual rapper homies that were in the YG video with the mariachi shit. What was that? Go Loco?
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
And I mean, some of those people, you know what I'm saying, have very heavy opinions on certain things, and they were there. And
I know.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck.
I understand.
It doesn't bother me at all, but at the same time, it bothers me a little bit that I don't even want to burn this. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. But what? Okay, I edited a video today, and it was for a homie. There's nothing but black girls twerking in the video, heavily twerking.
Okay.
So we'll see how that plays out. But it also wasn't racially fucking driven. We're not talking about I don't want to sound racist, you know what I'm saying? But we're not talking about fucking chicken wings or some shit like that, you know?
Of course.
What I mean? So,
of course.
That was wild or what?
No, Alex just giggles. He has the bad case of the giggles.
That's a meme?
Yeah, always.
The black community is gonna make a meme about me talking about chicken wings?
Anyway, do not pay attention to that man.
It's a lie.
To the man behind the curtain.
They're only picking on old people anyways, right? Let's go.
Yeah, that's a whole different other show right there, bro. But you know what? I will say that right now the streets are getting heated, and I'm expecting some of these known name rappers to start speaking up.
Someone just spoke up on it in a cool way in a video. The video's on Lamb Beast, and it's the homie named Duende. Have you ever heard of Duende?
Duende's been here. Duende's my homie.
Oh, well, fucking Duende just dropped a cool ass video talking some tight shit.
Right.
That was tight.
Yeah, matter of fact, Duende will be back, and we're going to be covering a lot of this subject.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very hard to touch on that subject because most people, sad to say, the first time he was here, and we just spoke on songs. That one song, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, that bullshit, okay?
I don't even know what fucking song that is.
Well, people on the live chat know. And then that...
Who sang it?
I don't know.
Who?
I don't know.
Who?
Abba J.
Who the fuck is that?
Okay, exactly.
But it has millions of views or some shit?
Hold on, bro. Okay. So, anyways, that song is pretty big, and that Go Loco bullshit song.
Damn, you want to know what I just realized? We're giving them a lot of publicity, and
I know,
now
but
I'm even gonna go give it a view just to see what the fuck we're talking about.
Now,
it's fucked up.
What I'm saying is this: that when Duende was here and we talked about those songs, now we never said that we disliked those individuals.
Mm-hmm.
We just didn't like those songs. We're not going to support those songs. When we posted up that video, guess what? We were racist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's almost like you can't say anything because you're a racist.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, bro. You know,
I felt wild saying that shit a couple of seconds ago.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and practice my constitutional rights to freedom of speech.
You know, what are you gonna say? It's all
and I'm
say
gonna
that
just
shit.
no. I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna speak on certain situations. You know what I'm saying? If it bothers me, it bothers me. It doesn't mean that you hate or dislike certain person. I'm just not gonna support that song, and I believe that song is wrong. So that's all I'm saying. So because look, I have a lot of black friends, and all of my friends.
It seems like it's racist when we say that too.
Yes.
I got a black friend.
I know. But all my friends that are listening, they know me. I got love for them, and they got love for me, and they understand.
Mm-hmm.
They know it.
What do they say about this shit? Like High C and them? Like, what do they...
Well, I've had them here, and they've said that shit's wrong. I've had them here, and they've told me that.
What's wrong?
What they're doing, those songs, they consider it a mockery. So
I thought it was more of like a leverage play, knowing that the demographic of Latinos in LA fucking are the #1 consumers. So I thought it was more like a play to come play type shit. You know what I'm saying? But if it is from a negative, if it's from a bad place and they're still doing it, then they need to get that work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now you just said right now, maybe they're trying to play to the Latino community.
Yeah, they're trying to cater to it. Supposedly.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask you a question, and then we'll end it with this.
Yeah.
Say I'm a rapper, Chicano rapper,
okay?
And I tell you, hey, bro, I want to cater to the black community. How do I do it? What would you tell me?
I just had that conversation.
Fill me in.
It's gonna sound racist, though. No, you want to know what? I'm gonna tell you the exact conversation because I don't think the homie's gonna do it. And homie, if you're watching this, I'm not gonna say who you are. But they said, how do we make a song like they're making a song? Carne asada, go loco. I said, do fucking chicken and waffles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my chicken. I'm getting these waffles.
And
It's
you,
bread.
And you just might eat that.
I'm sipping this syrup. It's like I'm at Roscoe's. That was the hook I told him to say. If you were going to use that hook, fool, they know I gave it to you now, Dick. But
yeah, pay this man.
But I mean, is that racist, though? Chicken and waffles. Chicken is money. Bread is money. I'm getting this chicken. I'm eating my waffles. I'm sipping this syrup. It's like I'm at Roscoe's. Have a black girl fucking getting syrup the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? Syrup all over her. Shaking syrup, syrup, syrup. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Is that racist, though? I'm talking about getting bread and sipping syrup. That's fucking casual, right? Everyone sips syrup.
That's the way they would take it. That is racist.
But isn't that the exact same thing?
The exact same thing. But guess what?
It's not like we're not going to be wearing fucking their cultural outfits. I don't know what they're called.
Right.
But I mean, we're not going to be wearing whatever cultural shit. Like
Right.
we're not gonna wear their version of mariachi outfits and fucking sombrero. You know what I mean? Whatever their version is of it.
Right.
And I don't mean that in disrespect.
Well, you know, and you brought up a great point, but it's like because us Latinos for years have remained zipped, that now that we're speaking out,
it's too wild now. It's gonna turn into some next level shit.
Yeah.
But whatever.
They're pretty much saying, you know, what the fuck you doing? Why are you guys talking now? You know, so anyways, we'll touch on that when Duende gets here. And
for me, with that, I'm just gonna say that maybe before it wasn't an independent man's game the way it is today, the way we could just monetize and go fucking crazy with this shit.
Yeah.
So maybe back then when the homies were a little bit more on and maybe they would have seen some weird shit that they shouldn't have seen, or they're taking things the wrong way, or whatever we're perceiving it as, we had to kind of just buckle down and take it because they were in a more powerful position.
Mm-hmm.
But now we are aware of what the demo is, what the stats are, and what we're capable of, and now we got bread. It's kind of hard to stop a fucking machine that's moving, you know what I'm saying?
And we are hip hop's economy. So
yeah, 100%. That's what I mean by the demo, the demographic.
Yes. So we'll leave it at that. I want to tell you, thank you for coming, bro.
I got you.
Honestly.
It's fucking Alex's fault that I didn't come the first time. And then Cujo told me what you may have said to him, and I was like, oh, that's fucked up. And that's when I hit you immediately. I was like,
you're like, let's do it. Fuck this coronavirus. I'm a big time conspiracy guy, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you saw me walk in with my mask and my gloves. My gloves are right there.
Yeah, this guy walked in with a trash bag over his head. Can you believe that? But
that's
anyways,
fucked up.
No. Okay, you say you're a big conspiracy guy. You want to talk a little bit about that before we get out of here? Come on, share. UFOs, aliens, you've been abducted, forced into a weight loss program, whatever.
That was a fucking cheap ass shot right there, baby.
I'm just playing.
Don't worry, I'm gonna read off one of these comments out loud. Hey, real quick before we talk about that shit was funny. In the comments they said during the break you were working out and I was eating tacos.
That was not true.
He was hitting push-ups and I was right there counting him eating the tacos. Every rep he did, I ate a taco. But
he had 100 tacos.
You see it? But fucking long story short, fucking because conspiracy theories. You know what? I don't even want to. 5G. 5G and coronavirus do not mix. Coronavirus, I don't know what your fucking take on this is. I hope you haven't said that it is together. There's a gazillion countries, every fucking country in the world except for like remote islands have coronavirus allegedly, right?
Right.
Only 6 countries have 5G. There's that. That one's dead.
Okay.
UFOs, I think they exist. I hope I've never been abducted. I've never found anything weird. My butt's never felt weird when I wake up. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm all right.
Never?
Never.
Okay.
Thank the good Lord. Maybe unless I ate something spicy, but that wasn't when I woke up. You know what I'm
That
saying?
was probably the bowl of chili that you had the night before.
So what else? UFOs exist. Ghosts exist. I don't know. What else? What's another good one?
Bigfoot. You believe in Bigfoot?
Maybe. I think that's like some dinosaurs type shit. If Bigfoot exists, like in Big Bear, who would have got smoked already by some fucking white dude? You know what I'm saying? Like,
are you a Donald Trump supporter?
No, but this is a crazy conspiracy, dog. Have you heard of Pizzagate?
No, but
my fucking
I heard of Red
God.
West Pizza, but go ahead.
Dog. Fuck, I hope they don't come get me for this. Nah.
Brando, you listen to this, Brando? Go ahead.
Fuck it. All right, Pizzagate. Allegedly, it's
You want
all
to
the
go
no, I'm straight. I gotta go film after this. All the fucking elite people, not all, but like, did you hear Oprah Winfrey allegedly got arrested and her house was raided at the beginning of the fucking corona outbreak?
Yes.
Tom Hanks was fucking allegedly fucking COVID positive. Fucking the prime minister. All these people are part of Pizzagate, and when it's called Pizzagate because in Hillary Clinton's emails that got fucking deleted and this and that, there's a lot of talk about fucking pizza. Hey, let's hang out and get some pizza for an hour. And when they say pizza, they're allegedly talking about children, young children.
I heard that.
There's something. This is gonna go crazy, man. Don't think I'm wild, okay? I don't even blaze it like that no more to be talking about this kind of shit. Inside of your fucking penile gland, when a child gets fucking scared shitless, they produce a chromosome called adrenochrome. And that allegedly is the fountain of youth for these weirdos. So Jeffrey Epstein is not dead. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, he's part of it because Jeffrey Epstein was fucking super whacked or taken out because he had something to do with going to the private island. There's kids there.
Yeah.
It's a known fact. His ledger fucking has Bill Clinton going there like every week, all kinds of crazy shit. Everyone, Bill Gates.
Ron Jeremy
wasn't fucking no little kids. He's fucking bad bitches, boy. And anyways, I don't even want to go there. That's
go.
But yeah, it has a lot to do with fucking sodomizing children, and that's fucked up. And that's the wildest one that I've heard.
I know,
Pizzagate. There's a meme. That's where I was going with this. Donald Trump is allegedly gonna be the savior and save the kids because he's the one going against everyone. There's a meme of him running away. I'm gonna send it to you. It's hilarious. It's a meme of Donald Trump holding kids and they're crying and he's running away with them, looking back, wincing, and above him is like Hillary Clinton looking like an evil witch and shit. It's fucking tight.
Now, I know you said you're not a Donald Trump supporter. I'm gonna hold you to that. We're all good. Is there things that he does that you agree with?
I mean, he shot all kinds of people. The fucking stimulus package.
I know that's your poppy, homegirl. That's your poppy.
I don't file taxes,
Hey.
but I did to get it. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Even these girls that don't get
Non-filers.
no stimulus package from your baby daddy, Donald Trump shot you a check. So.
But nah, I mean, I don't really give a fuck about Donald Trump. He's a very strange individual.
Yeah, he is.
He talks some crazy shit during his fucking interviews, which I kind of find entertaining. I don't necessarily agree with him, but I find him entertaining. How about that?
Yeah. I guarantee you he tweets while he's taking a shit. I guarantee.
That's fucking tight. I talk a lot of shit from
Would you
the
film
shit.
him doing that?
I would film him doing that. I've been to jail, so...
Would you wear a mask?
I would most definitely wear a mask. That fool's surrounded by fucking COVID positive individuals and he doesn't have it. Remember, The Simpsons said he dies from it, so...
Right.
Coming soon.
Anything I didn't ask you?
How my day was. It was alright.
Were you an Obama supporter?
Honestly, I'm not really into politics like that. And I don't mean that as in, like, did
That's
I support
a good way
Obama?
to dodge your question. I like that about you.
I don't really give a fuck about Obama. I mean, he was the first black president. More power to him, you know what I mean? Great for him. Great for the black community. I don't give a fuck.
That'll work.
I don't make enough money for their decisions to affect me. And if I do make enough money, I don't document it like that. So we're good. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to be rich?
I feel like I'm rich and I feel like I've made it already.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's an awesome answer, honestly, because to me, I'm blessed. And when you were talking about that children shit, I'm going to tell you something. It was really bothering me, and I'm going to tell you why it was bothering me, because I have 3 grandbabies. So when I think about that, I would gut a motherfucker, homie.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
I have a small baby as well.
So when I think about that, it's like, homie.
That's not cool.
A helpless individual, and these motherfuckers over here sipping on fucking baby blood or whatever the fuck they're doing, sodomizing them or whatever. Nah, homie. But we're good. I want to tell you thank you for coming through, brother. Any shout outs you want to give? You know, you can shout out the whole Latino community. Whatever you want to do.
Let's go down.
Take your time.
List.
Go down the list.
You fools are gonna cry if I don't say your name. Latin Beast. Shout out to motherfucking Latin Beast. My dogs, my homies. They fuck with me. They pay me for my services even though we're fucking friends. Shout out to Latin Beast. It's a great platform. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't give a fuck. I got a lot of videos on there. So shout out to Latin Beast. Shout out to my man Smoke Major. Shout out to Killwoods. Shout out to Conejo. Shout out to Swifty Blue. Shout out to fucking Compton Thresh. Like that. Shout out to Misfit. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to you. Shout out to the entire Brownside family. Shout out to everyone that supports me. Shout out to my clients. Shout out to my haters. Shout out to my shout out. Shout out to my wife, because if I don't shout her out, she's gonna definitely talk shit. Shout out to the homies from Mob G. My motherfucking homies, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jay Bless and his manager, G. You know what it is. Shout out to Drummer Boy. He's probably too Hollywood to watch this, but don't say it and shout you out, fag. You know what I'm saying? You're the homie. I don't know. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to the people in the comments. Pizza Hut? No, not Pizza Hut. Domino's. And if we're going to get real technical, Shakey's. Shout out to the treadmill. I don't got a treadmill. I got an elliptical and it's getting dusty. I don't use it. And that's what it is, man. You know what the fuck it is. LA Icon right here, live with my man Tony A, the motherfucking wizard. We here. I came. I saw. And I'm going to go film a video right now. So fuck you. Sit.
Dope. I asked your wife why she married you, and she said his charm.
Boy, I got charisma like a motherfucker. I didn't catfish you. I was fucking as buff as Tony when I pulled your ass.
Yeah, she catfished him live on Roadium Radio. Okay. But other than that, let me go ahead and give my shout outs real quick. John motherfucking Elkins.
What up?
John motherfucking Elkins came out with his anal bleach. Okay. He's got his own dating website. He's got his women toe nail polish. He's got his own scented wax coming out.
Who has this?
John motherfucking Elkins.
John you're a wild fucking dude.
.com. John motherfucking Elkins.com. And what was the last thing you got, John?
Pizza Gate was not due for.
Oh yeah, he also waxes men. So if you want to get waxed, go ahead and hit up my boy John motherfucking Elkins, and he will wax you. But so other than that,
the workout to the oldies. It's big in the Turkish.
Oh yeah. My boy John is big in the Turkish prison. He actually works out to the oldies. So if you email him an oldie, he will work out to it and send you the video. Okay, believe me, you won't be disappointed. So my boy DJ Media Clips, once again, happy birthday to him. He just turned 30 in May. And my boy Alex Cervantes, my brother, is selling Spice Smuggler.
Dick pump?
Yeah, he's selling dick pumps. Selling dick pumps right now. If you're in quarantine and you need a dick pump, go ahead and get one. They're not used, they're refurbished. So yeah, they're not used. So get a hand, Spice Smuggler. Other than that, let me go ahead and thank myself for a quick moment as we have a moment of silence. And let me go ahead and give a shout out to OG Magoo and to my boy Pablito and to LA Icon. For there is no one else like LA Icon.
Shout out to Doughboy. I forgot to shout you out for my bad.
Doughboy.
I know Pablito.
So other than that, Wednesday, I'm going to have 3 guests? 3 guests. Okay, Wednesday, stay tuned. Okay, Night Owl, Merry Christmas.
It's Merry Christmas?
Later. Yes.
Shout out to Spanky.
That'll work. Night Owl Doll's coming soon for that ass.
You like that shit, Alex?